You son of a bitch. Well, welcome to the Dirty Casual Corner, episode 15, for the date of June 19th, 2018.
It's 6-9.
6-9? Oh,
6-9.
69. Alright, so let's start introducing ourselves, starting from the right.
I'm David.
And I'm Sean.
And I'm Clint Eastwood.
You
No,
wish.
I'm Vega. I wish. So, alright, so who's going to be starting off this gruesome category of the watching segment?
Like gruesome it is.
Well, I'll probably start off.
Go for it, David.
You alright?
Let's see. I've been watching My Hero Academia. Getting to a really good part. It's like for those of you who are caught up, which is with the whole rescue arc, which is now turning into the final boss fights. Between All Might versus All for One.
Well,
So,
All Might versus All for One. Wait, All Might versus All for One?
or All for One, yes. Because his quirk is one for all.
No, yeah, but who's he fighting?
All for One.
Oh, okay.
So, which is really been a great fight.
Mm-hmm.
It's like it really lives up to the hype right now.
Alright.
And at this corner, anything can happen. Another thing I've been watching is the movie of the Fate Grand Order, the English dub, which I have to say that they went ahead and fulfill the standards of the UBW dub version.
Mm-hmm.
So those who have watched it and know what they're going to get into, and have to say that they're doing an excellent job. Of course, granted, there was people who would prefer the sub version or the Japanese version because we're more used to hearing Japanese voices instead of English.
Yeah, I didn't watch the UBW dub at all, so
Yeah,
I can't comment on the quality, but
yeah,
they've been getting better. So.
Yeah, it's pretty good. I mean, I have to say the voice for Kotomi Kiri is excellent.
Mm-hmm.
The actor really tries to go ahead and try to make that thin line between bad guy and to a person who is, a tragic person.
Mm-hmm.
Like if you're familiar with the visual novel.
Right.
So,
Yeah.
almost
Or
all
Zero.
Yes. Let's see.
Yeah.
Well, there's High School DxD, and I have to say, like I told you last time, the art style is different, but they're trying their best to live up to it. So that's something to at least to comment about. As well as other of the recent new animes that came out. Those of you who have seen Darling in the Franxx, it was can comment of how...
You're
Yeah.
caught up, right?
Go ahead, say it.
What the fuck is going on?
Yeah.
Did they pull a Gurren Lagann? Is this the anti-spirals we're fighting?
It's definitely a big Gynax twist.
Well, that's... like I said, there's a lot of shit that's going on, but considering about how some of the artists or / writers are from the Gurren Lagann series, or Kill la Kill, it probably shouldn't be that surprising.
Yeah. I feel like it's just been building up to that, It's like, it hasn't been so Gynax, but now they're just throwing it all at once.
Yeah, I know people who dropped the series, around the Ichigo confession bit.
Mm-hmm.
So that's, around episode 10, and now,
It's so much different than it was then.
Then it is.
There's a lot that's changed.
Yeah. This is probably one of those episodes where everything's a one giant, mixture of clusterfuck, and as well as wait, what?
Exactly.
Yeah, so the Quaxosaurs are the good guys, and mind you, it was still a little rushed for, why they're the good guys.
I mean, I wouldn't say they're necessarily the good guys. It's kind of neutral,
They're the
necessary
defenders of the
evil.
earth.
Yeah. But I wouldn't say they're good or bad, necessarily.
Yeah.
They're just
They're
a race
PETA.
that was trying to survive.
Yeah, they're PETA. They're trying to defend the earth.
I don't think that's what PETA tries to do.
Well, they try to save the Earth from humans.
Details. But yeah, there's an alien invasion thing happening, and well, yeah, it's really weird, but that's what happened in the Franxx.
Yep. So let's see what else. Watch that Deadpool movie too. And
Excellent.
I have to say it really lives up to the first one.
It
and
does.
at this rate, I think we can probably assume that there's going to be a third movie.
Oh no, definitely. I believe there will be. They'll be dumb not to.
No, it's they made jokes about it in the trailer saying that there's that if they bomb the field with a number 2, there's not going to be a number 3.
But it didn't. those
No,
are gonna be...
I know. It's just jokes that they made. Breaking the fourth wall.
No, yes, I know, but marketing wise.
Well, obviously.
Right.
And it's like, it was a pretty nice. Very Deadpool / trippy. How the intro went. It was like a James Bond, but with Deadpool all over.
I will say, I take back what I said about Infinity War. Fuck Infinity War. Watch Deadpool 2.
No, I say
Deadpool
both.
2. Yes, you
See,
can watch
exactly.
both.
I told you, every single time a new movie comes out, all the fans of the superhero movies just say, don't watch the last one, watch the new one. That's always what happens. And I told you what happened with Infinity War, and it did.
It did, yeah.
First time I heard that.
Well, we had an argument with it, and I take what I said. I mean, Deadpool's a different beast.
And then the next superhero movie's going to come out, you're going to tell me not to watch that one, watch the next one.
Consistently watch Deadpool 1, Deadpool 2, and I'll forgive you for all your sin.
I'm sinless.
You're full of sin. Alright, but I definitely like what he did with Cable's freaking times thing.
Yeah.
Where he's cleaning his own method as Ryan Reynolds' method. So he killed himself in Origins, he killed the Green Lantern. It was beautiful. I loved it.
Yeah.
But yeah, there's shit.
There's one thing I noticed about the whole movie is that we never saw Stan Lee.
I thought he showed up once.
No, that was in a trailer.
Oh, sorry, I was thinking of Infinity War.
Yeah, I'm talking about Deadpool.
Yeah.
He never showed up. And it's like, that was one of the things that all fans were kind of trying to notice or trying to see if he was subtly there.
There was also nothing at the end of the credits.
Yeah, that was another thing that the entire audience was waiting after the end of the movie and, nothing, just credits. That's it. That's another, tradition that was subverted.
I mean,
subverted.
I don't know if that was actually Marvel Studios. It might have been a collaboration. I think the first Deadpool was Warner Brothers?
Maybe.
Yeah, that's weird. Because they're the ones who... Because the reason I say that is because the X-Men showed up from the recent X-Men movie.
Yeah.
So yeah, I think it might have been a collab, so they... I don't know. They did spend their money on marketing. But yeah, what else have you been watching?
Well, let's see. Well, I could talk about Fate Extra, but, that was just one giant mess. Like how they try to change the plot from the game to this whatever it is they're going with.
That's disappointing.
Yeah. I mean, it had its moments, but, overall it's just, what the... I could go on, but I probably won't. Tell you what, I'll pass the baton to you, Sean.
Alright.
On the subject of extra, though, is the art still good?
Define good, because I don't know what your definition of good is.
Well, because it is Shaft. Because the guys that did Monogatari.
Okay, yeah, it is good, alright?
Yeah.
There's some moments where you get flashbacks from say Madoka Magica because of how some of the places are, or at least with Castor. While other places have breathtaking scenery.
Alright, so Sean, you'll be starting the baton soon, so...
Alright, I'll take it. So, I also watched Darling in the Franxx, so, last week there was a hiatus, so...
Yeah, that was
no surprise,
Yeah.
considering how they dropped a giant bomb on us.
I know, it's kind of weird that it went so crazy into the climax just right away.
Yeah, but is it really weird? Because when you think about it, it's kind of normal for them to take a break or a hiatus after making a massive plot reveal or bomb.
I mean, I'd rather they didn't give us that, what was that, the extras or whatever they did? I'd rather they didn't give us an episode than give us those
fillers?
Filler stuff. I'd rather not.
Right,
That's just my personal take. They could just announce it. We don't need to get anything. Just focus your work on just making the episode, and the fans will like it. But, dang.
I think they did a good job on this one. It was definitely interesting.
Yeah. Alright.
I mean, it's definitely built up. Well, I guess you didn't really see it coming. No one would have seen that the council and Papa are fucking aliens.
Well, two of them. So most of the council was played.
Right, yeah. But still, it was just kind of out of fucking nowhere, just big old fucking plot twist. I mean, I figured there was going to be something where they were going to work with the Klaxosaurus princess, but
No.
Not in that sense, where there's going to be fucking aliens and everything coming about. That was a little surprising.
Yeah, I mean, one thing I'm more hyped up for is how Zero Two is gonna be the hero she always needed to be.
Well, they kind of show that they're going to do something.
Yeah.
Either that, or it's going to be one massive, tragic ending.
You mean a giant explosion that destroys the Earth?
No, I meant that the aliens win and humanity's enslaved.
No, they're gonna blow up the entire Earth.
Well, I was talking about the other group, but yeah, sure. That too.
Yeah, they won't let that happen. Gynex doesn't make endings like that.
It could be a first for everything. It's a new era.
I suppose. I mean, they're not technically Gynex, but who knows. But I don't think that's what will happen.
Yeah.
But we'll see in the next 4 episodes left on that. So
is it 4 episodes?
Yeah,
I thought it was less.
They're going to 24 on that. So not too much left.
Yeah. And speaking of which, whatever happened to those those pretty wannabe boy bands?
They were still there in that episode, but I think they're gonna. I don't know what's gonna happen with them. They seem like they still wanted to fight against 02 and Hero and the whole group, but I don't know if they're gonna join in the cause or they're gonna be resistant, and then the group's gonna have to fight them to.
Yeah, that's what I was wondering about.
Because they're probably gonna still believe in Papa and everything, and
despite the fact that they realize that he's an alien now.
Yeah, they'll probably still.
He's still our dad.
Yeah, exactly. I think that'll probably still happen. They'll have to fight. Something like that will probably happen.
Okay, on one hand, I want to applaud them for sticking out, being loyal and stuff to their family and everything. But on the other hand, I want to go ahead and slap them for the sheer amount of stupidity they're displaying.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, who knows what the hell's going to happen with that? But I mean, I think it's more clear now how they're going to finish it out. But we'll see if they do some crazy twist. But anyways, let me get on here. So still watching the Persona 5 anime, and I think I did like episode 8 quite a lot because I think they did the scene with Kawakami and everything really well. It felt actually way more fluid than it felt in the game, and it was animated really well. Everything just kind of flowed together better. Which
at this point, you're giving me spoilers.
I didn't say what about her.
I don't care really.
But anyways,
are you still stuck with the first Dump Palace?
I haven't connected the PS4.
Oh my god, you're still stuck.
Good excuse.
Plus Bloodborne.
Good excuse.
No, that's a terrible excuse. You should be ashamed of yourself.
Well, I gotta find the cable. I just moved recently, so... But yeah,
ashamed of yourself.
Ashamed. Yes, shame. Shame.
Yeah. But anyways, I think that's one good thing that I've wanted them to do with the anime is actually, make the scenes more fluid than they could have been in the game. But no, I think that was actually done really well. So it made me laugh.
Well, some things about the game felt natural, while in the anime felt kind of, rushed or clunky, whereas there's moments in the anime they actually made things a lot more natural.
Exactly, because there's no gaps. They can kind of put everything together in a nice fluid motion and everything like that. So I hope they keep doing that. But
so it's steadier now than it is rushed a while
One
ago?
episode was pretty much it, but we'll see if they keep that quality or it goes back down to kind of weird pacing and everything, but... Anyways, Steins Gate Zero, still keeping up on that.
Oh yeah,
I need to watch it.
You do.
I still need to binge it though.
There was some heart wrenchers and everything in the past few episodes, and some more crazy developments.
It's Steins Gate. That should have been a given fact.
Anyone dying? Well,
a lot.
Well, actually, not yet. No one has died yet.
Oh,
but
there's plenty of hints.
Yeah, there's lots of. This person's probably going to die. But
yeah, look, there's a lot of flags raised by several people that at this point it's more of a question of who's not going to die.
Yeah, I mean, it was
is there any person who is not going to die at all throughout the entire series that might as well be considered bulletproof?
No one's safe.
No one's safe.
Exactly.
It's only a matter of It's not a matter of if they'll die. It's a matter of when.
And now it's worse because there's no D-mail or anything like that. He can't go back in time whenever he wants.
Yeah, pretty much.
So death is more permanent in this.
Yeah, it's a lot more permanent than, say, inside a Marvel or DC universe.
Right.
Well, because they keep bringing people back.
I know, but it gets absurd of how they do it.
Pick one. Sorry. Wait, I had to give something away.
We'll mention
talk
later.
about it later.
Anyways, so that's still good, and I mean that's got 2 seasons. It's gonna go for a while, so we'll see how it plays out. And
2 seasons as in two
course. Yeah, so it's going to be 26, 25 episodes, something like that.
It's Science Gate,
yeah.
But it's like it's kind of obvious considering how like they're a successful visual novel, and you know, like the anime is doing really well.
Yeah, so there's still a lot more to go on that. It's not even at the halfway point yet. So
I think you could buy the game though, Science Gate Zero.
You can, yeah. It's a visual novel. I believe it's on PS Vita
And Steam.
Yeah, it is on Steam now too. So
yeah, so those of you who are into it, go ahead and get it for yourself
before it gets axed. More than that later.
Yeah.
Oh, charming.
Anyway, so a few more here. So Food Wars, Shokugeki no Souma.
Yeah,
it's been good so far. I think they're coming up on the climax. I think this is going to be. I mean, it kind of has to be the very last, bit of it that they're going to do in the anime, at least for a while.
Who are the climax against this time?
So this is against Azami, Erina's father, who took over the entirety of the school.
Yes.
And has expelled almost everyone, including, all of Souma's group.
Yeah.
So now there's the challenge is basically Souma, Erina, Megumi, and older Aldini brother are doing a team Shokugeki against the entirety of the top 10.
Yes, versus the Elite Four. Oh, wait, I mean 10.
Yeah. Minus Erina, so I guess it's 9, but still.
Yeah.
It's going to be a 4 versus 9. Last episode we saw...
I thought it was 8. I thought there was one other person who was out.
Oh, yeah, the other girl is probably not going to join in, so...
I haven't been watching.
Yeah, well, there's a lot of things
There's a lot that's changed, but...
Yeah. But one thing that's constant is about the whole food orgasms. That's always
food orgasms.
Constant.
Is it going to finish this season or?
Yeah, so
probably.
It's got 4 more episodes as well, I think.
Like if what he said is true, then that means the whole against Irina's father is about to come to a climax, and then it's like that's probably going on to the new arc or whatever, which in the manga is kind of like really new and recent. So that's like. We might enter unknown anime territory.
Exactly. So they may not come up with any more for a while, but
yeah,
we saw last.
They're not going to make a part 3 now, are they?
They will after a certain length of time, or they might actually do the reverse and go further into the new series or new arc on the anime while the manga catches up.
So you mean season 4, or are they going to be season 3 part 1, season 3 part 2, and season 3 part 3?
There won't be a season 3 part 3.
Okay, do you have your solid word on that?
I can guarantee that.
Okay, then I'll binge it 2 or 3 podcasts from now.
Alright. But anyways, last show here, and you can comment on this too, Edwin, Hinamatsuri.
Hitomi's my...
The last episode was all about Hitomi.
Which one is that one again?
She's the bartender girl, and...
the one that always...
Yeah.
Oh,
okay,
never mind.
Turn down anything.
I know what you're talking about now.
And the last episode is all about Hitomi and Anzu as well.
I love her. She's everything I want in a daughter. Bartender, very mature. The only thing I'd change about her, a little too mature. The only thing I'd change about her is she needs to say no. She really does, because she does this to herself. But she's young and naive, and I can't hate her for that.
I think it's also because she's kind of a reflection about the whole Japanese spirit about always constantly working or never refusing.
I love the episode though.
And it's like, so for those of you who know, should we do a little recap for them about talking about what happened with this episode that seems to be kind of like escalating, because she's now like a bartender, like say that's working with like a lot of businessmen who's getting paid a lot better than most people who make minimum wage. Like already she's got like one hell of like a
future.
Well, I was gonna say work reference, but yeah, future's another word.
I could start on this. I mean, let's just say what happened recently in episode 10, I believe, 9 or 10.
It was 10, yeah.
All right, so episode 10 was where Hitomi more or less was just trying to hide from her mom that she's been working late at this bartender job, and she gets confronted by it. So
and her mom's cute as hell.
Her mom's a fucking love. Hitomi is taller than her. Just pointing that out. And
yeah, and she's pretty small.
Yeah, and it's cute. And
it's kind of like realistic in a sense, because like how like in certain countries like their parents are not that tall. Like some of them are barely
in Japan.
Yeah, some of them barely make up to 4 feet.
Yeah, and you don't see it right now, but I am holding this bottle with such great strength that I love her mom. It's just that's how strongly I feel.
If you like her mom, you're
I want to
like...
break this bottle so badly with my own grip. But
Okay, let me say this. If you like the mom, you'll probably like when you meet Hitomi's dad.
Is he a Shota?
No.
Okay, then we're good.
No. It's not like that. They're not going to try to do something like that.
Alright, just say, because... Alright, so... Let me continue on this little gravy train. So, she gets confronted. Her mom doesn't believe that she's a bartender.
Well, would you normally believe your child is a bartender?
I would have taught her the ways of the bartending. So
okay, realistically speaking, no, you would not.
No,
most people would not believe that
wouldn't.
their kids that are working at a bar as a bartender.
I would not make them a bartender at that age, but I would teach them how to make drinks.
School.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. No one really believes it, but go on.
Yeah, so she moves out because she's kind of more or less forced to move out. She gets a nice flat with like a great view, mind you. Like,
yeah, that's something a lot of kids that graduate college aren't able to accomplish for a certain length of time. And yet she's in middle school and already has a nice like flat / apartment / house.
And because of her bartender gig, she gets all these contacts to work. So she's working as like a window cleaner in these skyscraper buildings. She works at an office. I think she
as
did
an office
construction.
lady.
Yeah, as an office lady. I think she's a construction worker.
She did a bit of construction, yes.
Mm-hmm.
I loved it. Like, she's the definition of everything. Like, that is Japanese culture. The overworked man and woman.
Also, not being able to refuse.
Mm-hmm. Oh god, she's fucking bending herself so backwards. She's already straight again.
Mm-hmm.
You know, like it's a full 360, not 180.
Yeah.
Yeah,
that sounds about right.
And the best thing about it is they have this party thing where she's like, "Oh yeah, you know we're gonna more or less celebrate that you got this place and you're settled in." She invites her mom because she thinks her mom's gonna bail her out on this. She's
or
like,
put her foot down saying, no, you cannot be working. Yeah. It's like, you're a child.
You're a middle schooler.
And it's like, you should be focusing on school and everything. And unfortunately, she did not account for one thing.
Her daughter has made it into life.
Yeah. Basically, she's kind of been pretty much very successful with all these contacts, all this work experience. And, like, she is now pretty much, like, so well qualified, so experienced, that she does not have to be... She cannot be paid, like, the minimum wage of anything.
She works... Like, she she can't get paid minimum wage anymore.
No, she's working career jobs at that point.
Yeah.
And she's tired. She's made so many contacts. Like, when I watched the episode when her mom was, like, already at the flat party, I was thinking, oh my god, it's a bunch of men. Did my daughter whore herself out kind of deal? I'm like, oh, she's gonna probably think that. And they come up to me like, oh yeah, your daughter's a great hard worker, here's my card. And they're just introducing themselves normally.
Yeah.
So she's made these contacts legit.
Yes, and not only that, it's like most of these places are like big businesses. Like some of these are like major companies.
Companies
inside that series. Like,
honestly, I'd be in the same position as that mom. I'd like, thank you. Please take care of my Please take care of my daughter. She's the greatest thing ever, and she's made it in life.
Yeah.
Alright,
anyways, so what else have you been watching? I know you've got a fat list.
I've got a huge list, so I might take a little bit of your time. So, I already mentioned Darling in the Franxx, my what the fuck. So, yeah.
Also, My Hero Academia.
I haven't continued that since like 2 weeks ago.
Oh, well, you pretty much missed a lot of shit.
I have, but I've heard that it's still continuing, so I thought I might binge that when it finishes that bit.
Oh, God, you're missing out so much.
Hey, I don't like being cuffed by cliffhangers.
Well, get used to it.
It seems I have been wise in this decision.
It's a constant fact of life that cliffhangers are going to exist forever.
Alright, but I'll continue it this coming weekend. So, I've been watching a show. I finished a show called Agretsuko. I said the girl was a fox. She's not a fox. She's a raccoon. And she's a very cute chibi raccoon who works in an office. She's overworked. And I highly recommend this Netflix show because the girl loves metal. She works in a job that doesn't treat her well.
That's kind of like almost everywhere nowadays.
Yeah, and she loves metal. There you go. That's all you need to know. she de-stresses out by just going to a karaoke bar and just raging her heart out with like just how shitty her life is, her boss is, how overworked she is, just anything she can turn into, and it ties into the opening. So that's what I kind of like about it.
Yeah.
But it's a really nice slice of life-ish, pretty down to earth show with a very interesting, quirky character. And let me see. Next one I've been watching is Girls Last Tour on Hulu, which I got my brother to thank for that because he loaned me his Hulu account for a show that I didn't watch, and I can't even remember what it was. But I saw the anime because I was watching Yu-Gi-Oh! And it's like, you watched Yu-Gi-Oh! You should check out these. And Girls Last Tour was there. And it's a really interesting show where it's really slice of life-ish about these two girls, I guess, trying to find their way back home from this one place. And it's kind of a dystopian, war-torn era with these giant, like, super buildings and all this stuff. So it's got, like, a lot of, like, background mystery to it.
Right.
But it's just really down to earth.
I do like the art as far as, like, the backgrounds and everything, but I hate the art of the actual girls.
Yeah, the art of the girls is just really simple, but
they look kind of potato.
They're potato-ish. It's really poorly drawn. But if you want to go to bed and you just want something to relax and you need to fill that hole of Uter Camp, this one's a nice bet. That's pretty good, and I kind of recommend it. I'm on episode 8, so yeah, I'm hoping the mystery gets solved, but I don't know. So next one is GGO Alter. I'm on episode 9. So I've been enjoying Gun Gale Online Alter. I'm not going to call it Sword Art because it doesn't deserve that name. Sword Art Online Gun Gale Online Alter. Well, GGO, but still.
It's called GGO Alter.
GGO Alter is really good. Because you got the second squad gem going on. So she's got her second pick, which is one of her best friends. So the girl that introduced her to VR games. And she's a cute little lolly blonde girl who has 2 grenade launchers. And there's a lot of stuff that happened this episode. It was kind of ballin', where like they're just chewing apart competitors left and right in this dome, and one of them catches a grenade girl off guard, and like he's unarmed because I guess she kind of did something, made him trip, and he dropped his gun. I didn't really see because it happened quick, but I ended up rewatching this part where the guy's like commenting like how he's gonna molest her after she dies because it's not sexual harassment, and the girl just gets so mad. She hits her with a pistol whips her basically, picks up his rifle by the barrel, and just uses it like a broadsword. It just beats the shit out of him. And it's just like that moment when you're so mad, you use your friend as a weapon. No, forget that. That moment you get so mad, you use a gun as a broadsword.
Damn.
So yeah, I liked it.
I'll have to watch that. I'm still behind on that one.
I recommend it. It's cute, but
I'm only 1 episode behind.
Yeah,
so
I think there you go. Hero Academia. The only thing I know about it is they're going to Kamino.
Yeah.
Which is a Star Wars reference. Don't argue with me. It probably is.
No, it is.
I do it. I love it.
I told you this from the very beginning that they make Star Wars references.
That was like maybe 2 episodes ago, so that's why I left it off. So I've got another episode. I'm waiting on the next episode, and I'm praying that it's not another cliffhanger. I want this Bakugo kidnapping arc to just be over with. Next one is Isekai Izakaya.
Which one? There's too many of them.
No, Izakaya.
Japanese Isekai Izakaya.
Yeah, that tells me jack shit.
Japanese food from another world.
That's the name of it.
Yeah. So,
okay. Basically, for those of you who don't know, it's about like how a restaurant that somehow is able to connect to another world, but at the same time connect to Japan.
So their front doors opens to another world.
Yeah.
And they serve Japanese food that totally makes them orgasm.
Well, when you live in the Middle Ages, food is pretty bad to begin with.
Right,
so the bar's not really that high. What really gets me is the fact that this bar or this Japanese restaurant accepts the other world's current payment.
It's fucking silver and gold. Why wouldn't you?
Well, okay, fine, fair enough. But I was talking about like how some of them try to pay in bronze.
bronze is still good.
I don't know many pawn shops that accept bronze coins.
Well, if you get 100 bronze, you could turn them into 1 silver, and you get your money's back.
Okay.
What is this? WoW?
Basically, it's basically WoW currency. But
Right.
let me quickly get into it though. What I enjoy about it is there's a little cute lolly girl that works there that's being employed. Her name's Ava. She's really cute. But that's just the next bit of it, because there's a guy who's this old man. Wait for it. Edwin's son. Father Edwin. So Father Edwin is a really laid-back guy.
Yeah,
He's
you would
chill.
love that guy.
He's fucking chill, and he likes drinking sake, which is already something close to me. And he's a holy man. This guy, for a holy man, is my spirit animal. And I love him. It's a really great show. I really do recommend it if you want to watch some kind of like laid-back show about food, Japanese food in particular, and maybe some of the bonus bits afterwards where they talk to you about restaurants that have this stuff or making it yourself in a different, unique way. So yeah, it's a really good show. Oh fuck, I've got a lot to go through.
Yeah, you might want to hurry up.
Next one is Gundam War in the Pocket. I completed that. It's basically a sad story of a more or less a side kid. It's the megastructures in space are called sides. So you got different sides. This kid lives in one of these places, and there's a Xeon pilot, which is, I guess, one of the factions in the Gundam universe. You got the Earth Federation, and you got Xeon, who are doing this battle. And it's just basically this kid's innocence of, like, how he thinks this battle's cool, and, like, he sees a mecha for the first time, he thinks that's cool, and he's kind of more or less baited to, like, help the Xeon side to try to find the experimental prototype mobile suit, which, spoiler alert, is not the Gundam, it's the Gundam. And that's about it. It's really cute, and, I mean, it's, by cute, I mean, it's really nice that this kid thinks it's, like, all great and fun in games, but it really isn't. It's also really old. It's, like, maybe 4 or 5 episodes. I recommend it giving a watch if you're a Gundam fan. Okay. Alright, next one is Wotakoi. Love is Hard for Otaku. I gotta say, the first episode is really hard to get through because it's just a bunch of bitching from the girl, how she can't get a man because she's an otaku and all this stuff. And I'm just like,
yeah, well,
no, please don't. I don't need to be reminded.
Yeah, well, for those, it's a little too close to home.
But it's really good, interesting take on a romance series because you got nerds literally just kind of more or less going out. And you got other nerds there who work in an office job. But at least near the end of the first episode, the main two match up. So it's not dicking around like most romance shows. They're not waiting for them to hold their fucking hands. So
no, that's normally with high school animes.
Yeah,
because they're starting out. This is like pretty much grown-ups. You know, like they don't want to wait anymore.
Yeah, and it's really great. I recommend it. But episode 9 is where I'm at, and it takes place in a place called Not Disneyland, with special churros and Pokemon Go references. And they've also got this kind of like piggy bank where if they say anything otaku related, they have to put 500 yen in there, so it's their sin box, their swear box.
Damn.
So yeah, they're like, no, we're gonna be totally normie in this day. Okay, I'm gonna do it. It's like, why did you get this churro? Why did you get 2 churros? I wanted both. And it was making a reference to kaiju, like, yeah, pay up, bitch. So it's just like, yeah, it was really interesting and I enjoyed it. Deadpool 2, yeah, I watched it. I definitely recommend it because baby legs and baby dong. Actually, no, his dong was basically almost the size of his fucking
Alright.
Baby legs.
Well, he was a baby. What do you
expect?
He was
a baby, and the only thing that survived was his dick. In the lower portion.
No, I think it was blown off.
And Megalobox, the underdog story of the century. And it's really enjoyable. Especially if you want some good action. Especially celebrating the, I guess, 50th anniversary of Ashita no Jo. So yeah, that's all I've been watching. Oh my god. 15 minutes on the clock.
Yeah.
A little fat, but alright.
And I tried to fucking get into your segments too, so...
Anyways,
yeah, we noticed.
Alright, let's move along. So let's bring it in here, and then move on to the next.
Alright, so now we're on the playing segment. I think I should start this one off, because I'm the one being punished here. So, Destiny 2. Big whoop. Big surprise. Nobody saw it coming.
No,
Yeah, I thought you were going to give that up.
No,
He's
because
addicted.
I made a good bunny. Bunny. I made a good buddy, literally, next podcast, during duos. Where I was playing with this dude, and he just totally understood me, because I did not expect somebody to use the built-in voice chat. He's like, alright, do you have this place covered? And I'm just like, well, I've got the right side covered, and I'm using this Gatling gun weapon. Do you have this other side covered? Yeah, and then we ended up steamrolling people. We had a 10 fucking streak win, so we ranked up real quickly, because they have a new rank system going on now. What we lacked for the first 4 fucking months of the game, but we got it now, so it's making it a little better. Still a lot to be desired though. So that made it a plus. I still think Mida multi-tools should be deleted, or get rid of that fucking stupid perk, high impact rounds. And faction rallies is happening right now, and I hate it, because I know Dead Orbit's gonna win. It doesn't matter. Dead Orbit's always gonna win.
Nobody knows what you're talking about, Edwin.
Nobody knows. Probably David. They had the faction rallies going on in Destiny 1, but I hate it. Now, next game. This is a surprise though. Destiny 1. I got Destiny 1 literally a day and a half ago. I hate it. I love it and I hate it. I like how simple it is. You go to point A, point B. You pick where you're going. You do your mission. What I hate about it, after a mission, you get kicked out, go back to the menu, and the vendors are a pain to go to when you go to the tower. They're like a mile of fucking way. So that's what they kind of more or less improved upon in Destiny 2. So I'm learning a lot though. But there's one thing I really want is for them to give your character a voice. At least Destiny 1 had your character have a voice.
No, they did in cutscenes.
In cutscenes. That's it. We don't in Destiny 2. So it's just, I'd like that back. And so that's kind of why I'm sticking around with Destiny 1. But I'm kind of enjoying it. And I'd probably enjoy it more if I was drunk. But I only played it like 8 hours straight. And I still leveled up to 25 because I accidentally went to the speaker. And I guess he gives you a fucking item that levels you up to 25. And that was a level 8. So I was really fucking disappointed. And next one, Dark Souls Remastered. I've got a nice thing to say about this one.
I don't.
It's like marrying a younger version of your wife.
I think it's older. If you're playing on PC, it actually runs worse.
No, I mean, no, it doesn't.
It has more bugs.
Doesn't have more bugs.
Than DS.
There are some. They've patched them. They've patched them really well.
Then modded DS1 or DS1, then it's worse. I'll say that.
I'll say, yeah, the DS1 came out more cleaner, but it's like marrying your younger version of your wife, but she still has the same bitchiness, and then so nothing's changed. She's just younger, beautiful, a little sexier, but you still got a lot to be desired from. So yeah, no new changes.
So you're playing on console, right?
I'm playing on PC.
Oh, well, actually, the modded one looks better.
Yes, it does.
That's the problem. So she doesn't look younger. She looks older.
She looks better still.
I
know the difference. I have eyes. I can see.
I don't think so.
I see with my special eyes. But anyways...
well, they didn't fix anything yet, so...
No, they don't. It's just basically a ported version of the old game. But I'm enjoying it. I'm going to continue my Uber Crit Mage build. So it's basically... Dex, Intelligence, buffs. And it's...
A wizard?
I'm basically a wizard.
Don't be a bitch and just play SL1.
It's like... You're pretty much playing easy mode.
No, I'm not using those spells. I'm just using melee spells. So, I wouldn't say it's easy mode because I could still die. Plus, I haven't leveled up any vitality. So, one hit from any boss will kill me. if I'm stunned. And in New Game Plus, I will be murdered by a fucking love tap. So I'm looking forward to that. But fuck Hellkite Dragon. Drake. Whatever. Resident Evil 5 is the next one. It's really derpy on PC. Because I forgot the NPCs are really retarded. So you got Sheva fucking like thinking she could take on everything. And I just only give her she's my fucking pack mule. I give her all my ammo and only give her a stun baton. She thinks she could fucking take on the guy with the chainsaw with the baton, and for some reason it almost works. And I'm just like, no. If you fucking mistime it, you're dead. You're dead. Great, I gotta start this checkpoint 20 minutes ago. So it kind of sucks, but
yeah, I played the
Here's
game.
a better question. Why did you give her a stun baton instead of a gun?
Because she wastes it. She fucking wastes... Okay, I gave her a sniper rifle once, and yeah, she murdered everything. But she murdered everything. And by the time I needed her to use a gun, she had nothing left. So I was just angry. And she uses all the fucking health herbs for just a little scratch.
Then don't give her an health herb.
I don't have space.
Then just give her something else.
I don't have the space, and I'm waiting for if I ever get the bow, she's gonna just use that. She can murder people with one shot with that. But
I played the game co-op years ago when it came out.
Dude,
I was pretty disappointed compared to 4.
I gotta say, co-op is fun because I've got people coming in and out. Like they're like, I'm in at this checkpoint area, and I'm just going through the next part of the story, not too far. And then someone wants to join your game. You can wait for them at the next checkpoint, or just restart the checkpoint. I'll restart the checkpoint, and I'll bro up with them. And it's jolly cooperation. So I've been having fun with that. Next game, Space Hulk Ascension. It's a turn-based tabletop strategy game. I mean, it's not tabletop, but it's based off the tabletop games from Games Workshop. But it's still a turn-based, kind of like you're hovering over these tiles bit, and like you have directions, you have action points, and you have your Terminators in this corridor or whatever, trying to do these objectives, and you do your turn, the Gene Stealers do their turn, and it depends on what your actions you do. It's a really fun kind of strategy game, and it's really oddly satisfying. I mean, especially since I play the Space Wolves, and they do melee a lot. They love their melee, so I'm just like, oh my god, Bjorn is gonna get his ass fucking whooped. Alright, well, he's at this corridor, there's like fucking 15 Gene Stealers. Alright, I gotta end my turn anyways, I got no action point. And he just fucking massacres them with his axe, and I'm just like, Bjorn, oh my god, Bjorn, what are you doing? He's madman! And it's just what he does. It's just like, they just come at him and they just keep chopping them down. Yes, they do die every now and then, but I saved before because I'm smart.
Yeah.
But I don't have to do that often.
Yeah, but at this moment it makes me wonder how a Primarch is. If this is one of the grunts of the Space Wolves murdering everyone.
Don't talk to me about fucking... What's his name?
Lehman Russ.
Lehman Russ. Dude, that guy's majestic. He is the definition of the Viking warrior in space. But anyways, it's really fun. And next one is Overwatch. I'm not into it, but I was farming skins for the... I think the anniversary event. I don't know if it's over yet, but
I think it might be going on a little bit longer, but it might be almost over.
Yeah, I've got Santiago to go through. I mean, the magical unicorn Santiago, and I got one of my buddies, Vampire Lolly, done with. Like, she wanted one Diva skin. That took me fucking 20 hours because she has nothing. And they updated the thing where like the drops are like if it's something you haven't had in this emote or this spray or this skin, you'll get it.
Eventually.
No, you'll automatically get something of a skin that you haven't owned, something of a emote that you haven't owned, and something of a spray. So it's for any class. So if you have nothing, getting the specific what drop you want is impossible, and getting gold is impossible. So it took fucking 20 hours to fucking get. But anyways, that's it. And Mirror. I've been playing Mirror, which is like Sean said, eroge going on Steam. So it's an eroge on Steam that was censored, but I unpatched because I'm a smart boy. And I've been enjoying it because it kind of plays like Honey Pop, more like Bejeweled though. So it plays like a Bejeweled Honey Pop-esque game where you don't move all these things, but it plays more like Bejeweled, and you got certain skills, you got HP.
That sounds the same. There's really not much of a difference.
It really isn't. It's the only thing that's different is Honey Pop lets you move across like up and down, left and right. You know, with a certain thing. This one doesn't. It's literally Bejeweled, and they've gotten HP. The more things you link up that are attack or magic damage or health, so you can get your health back, or raid, so you can do more damage with your attack and magic. You get the girl more or less weakened in HP, and you get them stripped. If you get real good at the game, you get the CGs, where you can do dirty stuff to them. But I've been enjoying the game, and I'm like, maybe on the Dragon Girl right now, so that's 4th.
Alright.
So yeah, if you get a chance, get it on the thing. And that ends my segment.
Alright. I can go ahead and go then, so... mine's not too meaty. I've just been playing 2 games in the past 3 weeks. Crazy, I know. But one of them was Celeste, an indie game that came out earlier this year, back in January. So it's one of the best indie games I've played in a long time. It's a precision platformer, so in the vein of like Super Meat Boy or something like that. It plays quite actually similar to that, but much tighter, and has like an actual good story and all this stuff. But the gameplay is super tight, which that's what I look for in of course a precision platformer. You want the platforming, you want all the gameplay to be super tight, you want it to feel good.
You want it to be fair.
You want your deaths to be fair and everything like that. You want it to not just be complete. Well, I mean, sometimes you want it to be ridiculous, like I want to be the Boshi or something. But this game is fair. It is one hit kill kind of thing. You know, you fall into a pit, you die. You hit a spike, you die. You hit an enemy, you die. All that stuff. But it's pretty generous with the checkpoints and restarting and everything. But the game is, if you want to like at least 100% it, it's pretty insane. Definitely one of the hardest platformers out there.
Did you 100%?
I did, yeah. So I beat the whole game, got every single extra strawberry, which are just little extras that you can get in each level to kind of up the difficulty. And then there's all these other extra puzzle things that you can get to unlock extra levels at the end of the game. I got everything. I probably spent a good 25 hours, 30 hours doing that. And just like Meat Boy, after you beat every level and you get a certain item, you get a different a B-side is what it's called on the level, which in Meat Boy it's kind of like the Dark World levels, which are much harder, but it's the same world with the same mechanics and everything, because each world has different kind of mechanics and different stuff to it. But the game itself is actually pretty short. I started a new file and just decided, I'm just gonna play through the game, just start to finish without getting all the extra stuff. And I beat it in 2 hours, which was, I already kind of knew some of the stuff and I was proficient in it, but it's pretty short. But if you want to actually get everything, you're probably gonna put at least 25 to 30 hours if you're good at platformers and everything. But the gameplay is amazingly well. And it's really cute. It's got a cute little story to it and everything with this girl Celeste. She wants to climb the mountain, just to kind of, go through her, go through the problems in her life and stuff like that. But that was a good game.
You're also playing the Poe.
The Poe.
The Path of Exile.
Edgar Allan Poe.
Edgar Allan Path of Exile.
Exactly. Path of Exile Incursion League just came out.
They actually made a game for Edgar Allan?
No. I just call it because it's shortened to PoE. So
it's Poe.
People call it Poe.
But it's called Path of Exile, and it kind of plays like Diablo.
It plays like Diablo, except it's the real Diablo 3, not actual Diablo 3, because that's a piece of shit game.
I thought it was Diablo 1 with 3 graphics.
I don't know. It's complex and everything. It's what Diablo 3 should have been, but Diablo 3 is a big pile of shit. So, anyways.
Oh, we're already fired. Well, we're gonna fucking die from Blizzard.
Blizzard can. I hate Blizzard nowadays, so they can suck fatty.
I do too.
Should I ask why?
World of Warcraft sucks. Don't like Overwatch. Don't like Heroes of the Storm.
Really?
Don't like Hearthstone. I don't like any of their current games. Diablo 3 was the biggest disappointment.
Okay, I can understand you not liking them because of Diablo or because of World of Warcraft, but why do you start hating Overwatch?
I just don't like the game, and I liked TF2 better. I think it was actually a better game.
Yeah. Well, if you compare it to TF2, it's a different beast, but Overwatch plays more like a TF2 with League elements.
But I used to love Blizzard. Blizzard is actually my favorite company. The only good game I think they have now for me is StarCraft. I love StarCraft. I love Warcraft. I love Diablo.
I love Dawn of War.
Dawn of War? That's not Blizzard.
No. He's like it.
You haven't played the RTSs.
Oh, okay.
You've only played
Are you talking about
Space
just
Marine.
RTS in general? No, I played a tiny, like 1 hour of a Dawn of War 2, but that was a long time ago.
Oh. That's my personal favorite, though.
As far as RTS, I like Command and Conquer, and that's what I grew up on. So I like Warcraft and StarCraft. But anyways, yeah. So Path of Exile came out with the newest league 1 week ago, which is actually amazing. It's probably one of their best yet. It's actually an expansion fucking size league with like 30 new skill reworks, a huge content patch, and it's been fucking amazing. I've just been playing it nonstop since it came out a week ago.
I know. You told me a week ago.
Yeah. I was like, you know what? I gotta go home. I gotta fucking get on this.
Yeah, we were supposed to go jogging Thursday, and took a little bit for him to come out, but he came out like 5 minutes later, and I'm just like, we're gonna go jogging. Wait, was it jogging, or were we just visiting you?
No, we were going jogging, but
no, we were gonna get the protein shake for something.
Oh yeah, and then I was like, all right, here you guys go. Now fuck
and we ended
off.
up talking, and I could tell you just wanted to go back.
I was like, I'm busy right now.
Yeah.
But no, it's been good, and if you like any kind of action RPGs, isometric RPGs, like Diablo, play it because it's new, it's fresh, and it's good content. But anyways, that's all I have for games. David, you play anything?
Well, for me, it's really short. Like viewers, if you were like a little bit meaty, I'm pretty much bones. Like mine is just like Pokemon Sun and Moon Ultra. Let's see, Double Survivor 2, still playing that.
Mm-hmm.
You got Satan. You got Satan already?
Yeah, I always have used them. It's just that I was trying to get like the individuals maxed out
to get better stats.
Because you can't level him after.
No, he's pretty much like maxed out already.
Yeah.
So you wanted to not be Jesus. You wanted to be God.
You want to be perfect. Yeah.
Pretty much.
All right.
Like, because if you're going to get the ultimate, you want to make sure it's the ultimate.
All right. So what? How far do you have left? Do you believe to get them to ultimate before the fusion?
Yeah, kind of a little bit wild, more or less.
Mm. Would you be able to do it before next podcast?
No idea. That's if I start playing 24/7 and no stops at all.
All right. Well,
but it kind of gets a little repetitive fighting like monsters over and over just to level grind.
Well, believe me, I had a similar experience with Roki farming for Santi.
Yeah, well,
he dropped off his DS for not his DS, his what was it called before that? It was a Game Boy Advance.
Mm-hmm.
He'd drop off his Game Boy Advance for me right when I'm working at the gas station. He's like, all right, I'm gonna go to bed soon. I just got back from playing with Smash with Pablo. Here you go. I'm like, okay. And I'd be farming for him that night.
Well, you really had not much to do, so it was kind of a benefit for you.
Oh no, I was dying, but I was also watching anime. But also, I only had to do was just go left, right, get an egg, get a new egg.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's a difference. I don't do that. I have to literally just wait for monsters to come in, do this, fight this. If this happens, respond with this. If not, do that.
Yeah.
It gets repetitive.
Right.
It really does, but I mean, you can't. It's not. It's turn-based, so you can watch something, right?
Yeah, that's if I could.
Yeah, but if you're too into it, yeah.
And the last thing has been playing some Dawn of War. It's Dark Crusade.
Nice.
Yeah, so I'm just playing as the orcs, fighting against the Eldar. And if there's one thing I've learned...
How many more do you have left?
What do you mean?
How many more factions do you have to crush?
None. I mean, all.
Okay, how many have you taken?
Normally, when I play these games, I always make sure not to surround my enemies' bases so they can't attack anyone else. So
I remember you get if you take certain areas, you get certain perks. So
yeah, war gear. Basically.
Okay, so you haven't taken out any of them yet.
No.
Who will be your first target?
I have no idea. It's more
Make it the Eldar.
Anyway. So, yeah, I basically been fighting against the Eldar because they own some of the last few territories not owned by me. And, like, frankly, they're kind of a pain to deal because if you take too long setting up things, they try to, like, steamroll you with all their guys. But worse is that they make all their bases and everything invisible.
Which is funny that they're trying to steamroll you with all their guys because they don't have that many people left in lore.
Yeah, well, that's kind of the things about how the game kind of doesn't follow lore-wise.
Well, whatever.
By that logic, I should be having a flood of monsters, or a flood of, like, orcs. Like, overwhelmingly. But my cap is 100 for.
Yeah. I mean, you can get around that with the Necrons, but...
That's because they can break some of the rules with some of their abilities.
They fix them in Soulstorm, but that's Soulstorm, and the Dark Eldar were the worst until they patched it in... I'd say they patched it later in the game, like literally at the last legs before Dawn of War 2. So it was a long time.
Yeah. You know, it reminds me of how, like, when I played the Orcs in Soulstorm and I was against the Sisters of Battle. And it was just like one crazy fight right before their main base.
To take out their angel?
No, it was before I attack their home base.
Oh, okay.
There was that one area in front of it that you have to conquer in order to be able to launch a direct assault.
Oh, their last character. Yeah. It's ridiculous.
And it was insane. I was setting up bases, destroying the base, so I can set up the war banners, so I can start putting up, like, basically any building with a gun on top of it. Meanwhile, they were, like, summoning their angel, like, trying to roll me with their sisters and using their faith abilities and everything. The angel dies, and I had to, like, then it comes back, and I have to fight that angel again. Eventually, it got to the point that I had to fight. I had a squig off fighting an angel. And then while I had like little Gretchens like hammering the guy while he was fighting.
Hammering the girl, basically?
No, the mechanics, like the builders, repairing the giant machine, like / elephant / dinosaur.
Okay, I mean, well, I haven't experienced the original Soulstorm. No, not Soulstorm. Oh yeah, Soulstorm and Dark Crusade, because I've been playing the Soulstorm. Apocalypse patch, a mod technically.
Yeah, I never did that.
Well, you know what's worse than a Sister of Battle? That's basically what you're saying. A Sister of Battle who is capable of owning nukes. It's fucking horrendous.
When you say owning nukes, do you mean the Angel or all of them in general?
Well, heavy vehicles having nuke attachments, so they're, because there's technically in lore, there's nuclear weapons available that you can use.
Yeah, well, the thing is they don't normally use them because there's other things that are much more available that apparently can do the job with less, damage to your surroundings.
Or if you want to go full murder, you can use a...
Exterminatus.
And there's actually 4 levels, I believe. One of them's literally planet cracking, and the other ones are like, we could destroy the atmosphere and make everything burn, and then we could... make the atmosphere again, and then recolonize it. Yeah, it's literally like they burn up the atmosphere, and anything on the surface is dead.
Doesn't that affect your guys?
Well, you're gonna die anyways.
Then how do you win if you're killing yourself?
It's the freaking like Imperium. They've got so many people, and they don't mind waiting 100 years for a planet to be terraformed.
Okay, moving on.
But yeah, it's crazy.
That's what I've been doing, and I'm also kind of glad that I don't play Apocalypse, apparently, because of how ridiculous it is.
You'll have fun when you get there. Plus, it takes 2 hours to get to that point.
Yeah, unless you are able to play, like, being assaulted again, and you have everything set up just for you to, like, rapidly research.
It's really tricky, because I tried that in my game, and what ended up happening was I was getting mobbed by orcs, and my teammate was an NPC, so he ended up losing his base, so I just had him building my base, and we just built a wall, and that wall just expanded slowly out to get towards their base. That took 4 hours to get to their HQ.
Yeah,
on both their teams.
Okay, so that's it.
Alright, so let's bring it in then.
Alright,
get back to the next section.
Who wants to start the reading segment? Because I've got only 2.
I'll start. I have nothing. Alright, you go.
You little fucking shit. Alright, so I've been reading a good number of things. By a good number, I've been reading the same thing
Mm-hmm.
So I've been reading, which I will pass around right now. The elder sister like one.
I took a dip through it. I've already read this.
I read this thing like up to like the latest chapter.
Mm-hmm.
Right now it's the manga right now.
So it's Mono.
Yeah. I read like the latest chapter of that manga.
I've been reading the manga online, just because I only got the volume for it recently. But
so
the picture is relevant right now because that is the girl in the cover.
You can read the manga or the doujinshis.
Which I will get to there in a bit. So I've been so I got the manga, and Elder Sister like one, or what was it in Japanese? Naru Mono. There we go. I like how I'm still drunk and yet I remember the name because sisters. But it basically is the story of this young kid who's kind of like more or less living with like family members every now and then.
You mean basically he's kind of shuffled around. Nobody really wants him.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, basically. And one of his uncles takes him in, and he gets this accident where he has to like he's in the hospital.
No one really knows why.
Nobody knows why. I believe I know why, but that's speculation. And I'd rather be surprised and wrong than mention it here and forever hate myself in history. Don't touch my woman that way. Don't touch my body pillow that way. Alright, anyways, so this young kid basically ends up going to this cellar, this storeroom, and it has an underground basement, and he ends up destroying this magic circle which releases this demon succubus girl right before you on the little square on the screen, where she's like, I'll give you a wish, and in exchange, I'll take something from you, and like you're the most precious thing. And he, like a true man, asks that he wants a sister. Now, if y'all know, I don't like the sister as aspect, but in this case, I'll make an exception because they're not really. It's a double standard, but they're not related, which makes it less worse. It's still cringy, but she's not human. So it makes it better. So I feel nothing about it right now. So I've been enjoying the series. It's really cute in the manga because this is Ida Pochi. Ida Pochi. He's got this serialized originally from the source material that I will mention right now. It was originally an doujinshi.
Yeah, so, and he eventually made a manga out of it because it was something he liked a lot and it was so popular. So he decided to actually expand on the story, and
which was, I think it was I don't know the Japanese company that decided to publish it, but it is published by Yen Press in the original for the manga?
The hard copy manga.
Yeah. So I got the manga, and then I decided to read the doujinshi, and I am on doujinshi 5, and it is beautiful. Like there's similarities to it where like they kind of look different, but.
No, it's pretty much like made by the same artist.
It is the same artist.
Like the only difference is that like the doujinshi is like basically what sometimes the manga kind of teases at, but finally like they actually go there.
Right. So if you supplement it with the manga,
you could read a chapter and then read the doujinshi that corresponds to it afterwards or whatever you want to do.
So it makes it better, but if you don't, it's still great, and I give it a great read. I'm not a guy that likes sisters, but I give this one a 5 out of 5.
Alright.
And you should really read it because the art style is great, and even when it's like not high quality, it's still got that nice derpy art style that it's cute. I like it. It's got that cute chibi art style every now and then. But the doujinshi, which is the next bit I've been reading the doujinshi, and I can't wait to read 6. Which you guys came by the time I finished reading.
Okay.
So yeah, that's what I've been reading. What's next, David?
I've been reading plenty a lot. Let's see. From reading the latest novel of Overlord, Volume 13. I might have mentioned it before, but like rereading that again, and that's just like one crazy stuff of how things go. Yeah, long story short, the manga starts out pretty much ends up having a religion about him.
The Einzelgon religion?
Yeah.
Of the necromancy?
No, I mean like there's people that worship Einzelgon / Momonga.
The hero? Oh, no. He calls himself Momo.
Or, okay, Einzel.
There we go.
Yeah, when he calls himself, like the Leech, Elder Lich, like he went to the Holy Kingdom to fight off a demon invasion. Well, not demon invasion, more like demi-human invasion.
Mm-hmm.
He succeeds.
Wait, the hero Momon? Or...
No, the Elder Lich.
Okay, so before this whole transition to the New World-esque thing, right?
No, this is after the New World transition.
I'm confused now.
Yeah, you haven't.
I'm on season 2 of the anime.
This is way up above. Okay.
Season 3 is coming out next season, so
Yeah.
So long story short, he's out in the open.
So
and
factions know about him.
Yes.
God damn it, that's beautiful.
Yeah. So he's, long story short, making a very brief summary, there's a demi-human invasion on a certain area that you have not seen yet, about it, which is known as the Holy Kingdom, and things are so bad, they have to go to an Elder Lich and ask for help.
Which is Einzel Go, or Momo.
Yes, Einzel Go. They would want Momonga because they don't know it's him, but their only option available is him, the Elder Lich.
And what's the offer he gives on the table? Because he never takes anything for free.
Because he wants maids.
Wait, what?
Yeah, that's the same reaction they gave.
Maids.
Let me explain. You see, the person leading the demi-human army is the evil demon king Jabaldoff.
Oh, okay.
Yes.
So, from season 2.
Yes. So if you remember from season 2, he was surrounded by maids who were wearing those weird masks.
Yeah.
So Einzel Gul wants those maids.
Is this a cover story or is it?
Yes.
Yeah,
because by going ahead and fighting them and liberating them, he can get those maids and have them be out in the open, and no one can go ahead and say anything about them.
Because they think he's a good guy. Oh my god. This guy, the true man.
Yeah.
A man I want to aspire to be.
Yeah. So not only that, it's that's what's happening, and I'm wow, there's just been some funny things that just happened. And let's see, I've been reading the manga of Overlord is also nice,
I have issues. Oh no, my bad. I was thinking of Tanya.
Yeah, that's different. I don't watch that series or read it. That is just some levels of cringe / fucked up / what on earth.
Tanya the Evil?
Tanya the Evil?
The song,
okay.
The Saga of
Tanya the
Evil.
Evil.
Saga of Tanya the Evil.
That's one of my favorite shows.
I mean,
I can't wait for the movie.
It gets people's
There's a
attention.
movie.
Yes.
That news.
It's coming out. It's coming out. It's been out for a little. Well, it's been announced for a little while, but it's coming out. It's going to be a sequel.
Yeah.
Oh, fucking son of a bitch. We're reviewing that.
Yeah, don't worry.
We will. It'll be much later in the future when it comes to the U.S., but we'll get to it.
No, we'll get to the subs.
Yeah, we'll get it. We'll find it eventually.
Right, so
it's not going to be out for a while though. So.
Alright, but I'm excited for both. But I'm sorry. Continue. You're reading the manga of Overlord, and I know the manga. I have visions of the manga just because. I think my main issue with it is the art style.
Yeah, well, can't blame you.
Yeah, I can't. Because I really do like the high quality of the anime.
Yeah, well, that's what happens. When it comes to an anime or manga, they don't just match perfectly.
No. I mean, I felt the same way with Fate Stay Night. So, the Fate manga was really weird.
Yeah. So, then, what else?
What else have you been reading?
Well, I've been reading those foreign quests again, because there's pretty much nothing new to talk about.
CDP.
So, the latest thing from the Embers of the Dusk is that, one of the planets, I forgot, Severaltaral or Saltavoth, something like that.
Mm-hmm.
Basically, the ship-making planet is now being attacked by orcs, who is led by a complete motherfucking idiot.
So an orc.
No, I mean he's stupider than an orc.
I'll do it.
How bad it is? It's so. He is the definition of an orc.
Sorry, don't mind the noise.
No.
We are opening our presents.
He is so stupid
that he gives demerits to his fighting style or like his armies because he's that bad of a leader. Like, he has like more than several, like, I don't know, like over 100 billion orcs, and yet he is so bad of a leader. He's like, oh,
don't tell me he's just marching them at the gates.
No, well, it's orcs, man. What do you expect? Like, the thing is, it's so bad that
are you not entertained?
like most of these places are being attacked by several billion orcs, and yet they are steamrolling them, like killing them by like the hundreds or thousands for each individual person.
All right,
and it's like, and this is after like these whole new orc gods woke up. That's how bad he's a leader.
Wait, you're telling me Gork and Mork are here?
I told you this a while back ago, several podcasts ago, that like Gork and Mork woke up.
Wait, is this Oh, whoops, my bad. I was thinking Overlord still. My bad. Yeah, we're talking about the fan fiction of of Primarch with you, right?
No, this is Embers in the Dust.
Oh, so the Deathwold one.
Yeah.
Okay.
Like the extra Primarch one is still waiting. It's like basically the orcs are starting to remember that they're Korks.
We were Korks?
No, they remember the K, or the guy leading them keeps thinking K then before the orcs, but that's it. He's slowly kind of devolving back to the Kork.
Stupid, you don't get we Korks, no.
No, he's kind of starting to talk sophisticated.
Yeah, cause there is an orc in canon that legit knows High Gothic.
That was called the Beast.
But he knows High Gothic.
Yeah, that was the Beast.
Was it the Beast?
Yes.
I mean, in the Beast or the Beast?
All.
Oh, son of a bitch. So yeah, can you please surrender, Barla? Then High Gothic is just gonna be the most...
No, he said like the age of man is over.
In High Gothic?
Yes.
Basically. Oh god.
He was so good that he pretty much sent in like a surrender treaties to them. Like the biggest slap in the face that even the all forces of chaos could never accomplish.
They're just like, well, I mean, the Imperium's just like, what the fuck? Can you imagine being the guy in the... There's one position in the Imperium that is just hereditarily earned. Yeah, hereditarily earned. So the next kid in that family gets it, and it's just basically the worst secretary job ever. Can you imagine being that guy getting that fucking declaration of surrender from an orc?
Yeah, I was like... Anyway, so, like, the thing is... Alright, back to Embers in the Dust. The orc leader is an idiot, but that's because he's been min-maxed for Marshall. He's the kind of guy who could pretty much go several rounds against Horus.
Horus?
Yes, a Primarch.
Horus Lupercal. Yes, his last name is Lupercal.
Yes.
Yes, I may be drunk, but I know my 40k.
Yes. Like, and I'm talking about when he became corrupted with the forces of chaos. He could go several rounds against him. That's how strong he is.
Well, he is an orc.
No, he's stronger than any orc. He may be dumber than everyone else, but he is stronger than anyone else. That's how he retained his position as the war boss.
It sounds like a... what's that show about the guy... Okay, that's a 80s show. I don't know. There's a show about the Bionic Man. Basically that intro, but except orcish. We can make him stronger, faster, better. Not smarter. We can make him the Cork.
Well, actually, there was kind of like a bit of a fan story about how he hit his own head, and then like there was some mad dog who kind of made him stronger, but at the cost of his intelligence and whatnot.
Okay, so basically what happened to Gazgul, except made him retarded.
Maybe. Where it's like we're not sure yet. It's just we just know that he's dumber than any other orc, but he's stronger than any other orc. Like he can fight a demon Primarch.
All right. So any closing segments on the Embers in the Dusk, and then what else?
It's like he's pretty much the next update. We'll probably be fighting him, and people are kind of like debating whether or not to keep him alive because he's so stupid that they're literally thinking about just sending him to the next area of orcs. Let him be the boss because he does such a bad job leading them that we are kind of like steamrolling them, despite being how strong he is.
By all means, I think he should die, but
it's like
if the community decides to let him live, he's just gonna be what's his name from Dawn of War?
Garkit? Oh no, wait, not Garkit.
No, not Garkit.
No, let's see.
Gorgut.
Yeah, Gorguts.
Gorgut. He's gonna be Gorgut, where it's like, even if he fucks up, he's gonna go to the next one.
No, he's kind of the guy that won't retreat, but it's like everyone's thinking about keeping him
Should take this
alive.
off.
Because, like, normally, we are, like, over 100 billion orcs and more, and it's like, we should be losing, and yet we're steamrolling them because of how bad he is at leading them.
Yeah, well, he is dumb.
Yeah, so that's what's happening, so by next update we'll be fighting him, and we'll find out if we're going to let him live or kill him.
Alright.
And
So
then it's like, another story has been, basically another, role-playing game, but with Gilgamesh.
from Fate Stay Night?
Yeah, but it's like you're in Fate Apotheca.
You mean fake?
No, Fate Apotheca. You know the two teams, red versus black?
Oh, the recent anime that came out.
Yes.
Which is on Netflix.
Yes.
Not
So-
a promotion, right? Believe me, it's not.
Yeah, it's like,
It's right?
I hate the homunculus. That
Everyone hates the homunculus.
not Japan, or the, like, East.
Yeah.
Like, the East side loves him. Frankly, the guy just, like, ruins the plot. Anyway, so, like, basically Gilgamesh is summoned inside there, but he's summoned as caster. So if you know Fate Grand Order, you know what he can do. That's how different he is.
I know from Fate Go he can be a caster, but
Yes.
there's also a little boy version of him.
Yes.
I don't know what he is.
Archer.
Class. That little boy's an archer.
Yes.
It's kind of cute because he's so naive and he's so nice.
Yeah. But he's much more dangerous, unlike his older version, because he kind of takes his fights seriously. He doesn't underestimate people or look down on them, so that makes him more dangerous.
Oh my god. And where did he go wrong? He got hit. A little side note on Sumerian history. Babylon and Sumerian are still in the same era. If you're Marduk, you're gonna get a hooker on your name day. A very good hooker. But anyways,
Anyway,
what else?
So, yeah, he's pretty much summoned as a caster, replacing the Shakespeare, and, and people are trying to think about, like, how to fight, and, like, his master is Rin Tussica.
Oh, I'm sorry, what did you just fucking tell me?
His master is Ren.
No.
Yes.
No. Okay, alright.
Let's see. There's also a new assassin replacing Jack the Ripper, and instead of John the Arc, we have a new ruler in the field. So there's some major changes.
Well, at least that's good, I guess.
Yeah, another one is like basically about Batman. Like, so the community playing as Batman, basically we made him go to Tibet, learn how to unlock his chi, refine his stuff, and eventually, long story short, he helped Steph, and he finds that Batmite guy, and he learns that his experiences as a detective, and he just came back to Gotham City, and now we're about to make some major changes.
Wait, you're telling me Batman is there?
No, this is another one.
But he kind of plays like Batman.
No, okay, I'm talking about a new one. Not the Fate Apotheca with the Gilgamesh. This is a new one.
Okay.
Okay, I'm not to make any confusions. There's no crossover with Batman coming into the Fate series. None of that.
Okay.
Because then I would have dropped that series because of how, no.
One could argue Batman
Yes.
is in the Fate Stay Night universe as a hero.
Yes, people can go ahead and say that. I'm
argue,
not
but-
denying it at all. But I'm saying that it's just like, figure out what class he goes into is a little bit of a challenge because he's not really a tech. I guess people could say he's an assassin, but
Berserker.
Yeah.
his greatest weakness is intelligence. Losing that intelligence kind of gives it kind of a bad thing.
Yeah, so go on, David.
Yeah.
So, there's other stuff. There's the Cabal. It's like we're a secret organization trying to prevent the reveal of the supernatural starting off. And with we're known as the Department of Order and Protection, aka Dope.
You dope?
Yeah, we're totally dope.
God.
So,
Alright,
yeah,
cool.
that's pretty much it.
Alright, let's bring it in for the next segment here. It's a big meaty one.
And I will say, before we get to the actual news segment, we should talk about what we have, Sean.
So we got shirts here.
We got nice shirts that maybe we'll put in the description on where you can get them. I
Yeah,
have the Amazon link still.
we can do that.
But,
From
Mizuryuke?
Shishunki marble, which
Shishunki
means
marble.
puberty marble. Funny enough. That's what Shishunki means.
So we got these Mizuryuke shirts.
The artist from Mizuryuke land
Yeah.
themed shirts.
So we got the. I got
for
these.
those who aren't aware, it's like, think of Disneyland, but, with...
Sex,
Lots of sex.
Yeah.
basically.
It's the adult version of Disneyland that we all want, but we can't have.
Pretty much. But anyways, they're great shirts.
They're
Got
nice.
them.
They're made of great cotton.
Yeah, they fit really nicely.
Well, obviously,
Pretty close to American sizes. They're nice fabric and everything. So
Yeah,
we'll put the link in the description.
definitely. At least for the Amazon one, because the way we did it was really old school.
Yeah. Anyways, yeah. So who wants to go in news first?
So I think I'll go into the news because I do see that I have a fucking fat one.
Yeah, how about if I go first, because my news is pretty much nothing.
Okay.
Okay,
It's
there
like-
you go.
So that makes it easier for all of us.
Alright, what's the news?
No, I said nothing.
Oh,
Alright,
nothing. All
then,
right.
Alright, then
Yeah.
which one? Me or you, Sean?
You go for it.
I do have a big one. So I have a one with Steam. If you remember last podcast,
Mm-hmm.
Steam was gonna give the axe to a bunch of visual novels, but mostly specifically ones that are adult. But since the axe was so big, almost a lot of them are gonna get the axe. But they finally backtracked on that, and they have stopped.
Well, when a lot of people raise a stink about something, they have to kind of pay some attention to it.
Yes, and the good thing about it is that means with this, what happened was, let's say an example, Honey Pop and Honey Camp, the same guy that made it, more or less got more exposure than they wanted, which is going to tie into the next bit I have. So Steam right now has backpedaled on the nuking of visual novels. That means Honey Pop and Honey Cam are now on Manga Gamer, Jast, USA, and on Falcon. So they have expanded their horizons, and that means more people are going to buy them, and that's just an example of one. And I'm sure if I dig a little more, there's going to be more, but good on that guy, because I'm a fan of Honey Pop, and David, I know you're a fan of Honey Pop.
It's nice to play that game, because I don't have Bejeweled.
Yeah, it's a better version of Bejeweled.
Yeah, pretty much.
And, so that's basically 2 in 1 right there.
Alright, what's the next thing?
Bethesda is announcing Fallout 76 at E3, which is going to be Monday or Sunday.
Yeah, they teased it already, so they kind of mentioned it might be some kind of survival game.
It probably is.
You mean Metal Gear Survive?
No.
Not that bad.
No. It's either going to be like either like the first 2 Fallout games but with better graphics, or it's going to be like the Fallout 3, New Vegas, and 4.
I hope it's
like New Vegas, because New Vegas was
or
actually
at least,
good.
like with the graphics of 4.
Yeah,
Right.
graphics of 4 and plays
Or
like New
it's like-
Vegas.
Yeah, graphics and features of 4.
Alright, now,
Like how you can run.
on the subject
That's
of Metal
kind of
Gear
important.
Survive, you know that guy at the gym we go to?
Mm-hmm.
He loves Metal Gear Survive.
Which guy?
You know which guy I'm talking about. The one that only talks about video games and stuff.
Oh, him?
Yeah.
But
anyway, that's a different subject. I just
Anyways.
wanted to point that out.
Alright.
That there's people that like the game. I'll save this next bit for later. But Cyanide Studios, which is the same studio that made Space Hulk Ascension, which I'm excited for because they're announcing a new Space Hulk game called Space Hulk Tactics.
Mm-hmm.
Which is basically going to be loaded with new goodies. They're going to have fucking multiplayer, technically, where you could play Space Marines and your friend or someone else will play Gene Stealers. And they're going to have a new card system where, like, you'll maybe have a little set of cards. At each turn, you'll draw a card, and it'll be, like, something like you'll get a weapon or a new psychic skill to use. Or if you don't really like what you get and draw, you could just more or less use it, spend it to be a turn, so you get an extra like action point kind of deal.
Mm-hmm.
So like you can use it that way, and it kind of gives a little bit more of a unique aspect to the whole Space Hulk game. And I'm a huge fan of the Space Hulk franchise. I played Space Hulk 1 and Space Hulk Ascension. I haven't played the tabletop, but I'm looking forward to it. And you know, I'm happy for this. Like, this developer has treated me well.
Mm-hmm.
Unlike the next one, which is going to be really iffy. Bungie. Bungie announces their September Destiny 2 DLC dubbed Year 2. Have any of you checked out Year 2?
Absolutely not.
Alright,
No.
neither David? Alright.
Probably not.
David, will you play Destiny 1 with me?
Meh.
You don't like it that much?
Good answer.
Good answer. That's actually the best answer I've ever heard, but still. Alright, anyways, Destiny Year 2 is basically gonna revamp a lot of what's been going on in Destiny 2. Well, they're gonna add a lot of Destiny 1 stuff. So, like, they're gonna add Destiny 1 weapons, they're gonna add new supers, you're gonna have access to the Reef again.
Or how about we go and get our weapons that we had in 1 back in 2?
Maybe. We'll see. It was just literally a vidoc, so it was a really crazy thing. So not everything's gonna be in there. There's another section right here if you want to check it out later.
No, you go ahead.
Anyways, so the vidoc, from what I know, is gonna add a Reef DLC. Let me see. It's gonna add a new PvP/PvE mode called Gambit. So Gambit is essentially going to be this mode where you're doing a raid against another team, and you're kind of more or less in a race against time to like get through the raid.
Mm-hmm.
You get these tokens called I think motes or notes or something like that.
Yeah.
And you cash them in on the bank, and if you get a certain amount before the other team, you lock their safe down, and they have to do something to unlock it. And the main thing that's PvP about it is if you do certain things, a portal unlocks, and one of your teammates, or if you're a man, me, to go to the other team and just totally nuke them and just fucking make their day worse. And the whole goal of this is to beat the last boss of the raid to complete this thing. So it's a PvP, PvE fun goodie thing, and I'm enjoying that idea of it. It's going to come out in September, but what I really like about it is it's a really unique style that I might be into, and I like PvP, so if I can, and I like some of the PvP aspects of it, but if player versus environment's going to be a thing, and if I can go to the other team and just fuck them up, that's going to be great. But what's going to be different is they're going to overhaul a lot, and they're going to add bows, they're going to add... There's just so much stuff that they're going to fucking add. They haven't even made the specifics known. They just announced it recently, and that's my issue with it. Season Pass. They're bringing that bitch back.
Everyone's doing Season Pass nowadays. It's the cool kid thing.
It's a cool kid thing, but
I don't like it.
It's going to come into the next bit of Bungie future. So it's going to depend on what's going to happen with this recent development of Bungie, but Bungie is basically kind of in ties with another Chinese developer.
Mm-hmm.
No, a Chinese publisher.
Chinese publisher similar to Tencent.
So the company... I know this company does WoW, Overwatch...
They have
China?
They basically have major stakes in many companies.
Yeah.
It's not that they're necessarily a publisher, but they put investments into companies to get major holdings in them to kind of influence them
in China.
And yeah, exactly.
Yeah. So these guys are the ones that these fuckers got WoW in China and all that shit. But they gave $100 million to Bungie to make a new game, and recently there's kind of a rumor where Bungie is gonna leave Activision, and I guess it's more or less confirmed because they replied to this rumor post about one thing being false, and I don't know what it was that they dismissed, but it wasn't the fact that they're going to leave Activision. So they dismissed something else unrelated to the thing. So they're going to, my speculation is they're going to sell off the Destiny brand to Activision and give it off to, I think it was Vicarious Games or something like that, which is another company they were working on with Destiny 2. And so Vicarious Games is gonna make Destiny 3 and so forth, and they're just gonna finish off Destiny 2 and then go off doing their own thing. So it's gonna be up in the air if Bungie is gonna be great again.
Well, I mean, we'll see.
I hate to use that.
They got $100 million investment from this company, to make a new IP.
Yeah, and that's not including the money that they'll make from if they sell Destiny back to Activision.
Right.
So it's gonna depend, but I'm excited for what new Bungie's gonna do. Like they're leaving their pimp basically.
I'm not excited.
I'm excited just because I love Bungie.
I love them back in the 90s when they had Marathon.
2000.
No, I mean Marathon.
Oh.
Back on Mac
What about when
OS.
they first released Halo?
Before Halo.
Halo 1 was okay. I liked Halo 2 a lot, so I give them that.
Halo 3 was pretty
Halo
decent.
3 I did not like at all. So
What didn't you like about Halo 3?
I thought
Fight
it
me
was.
on it.
I'll fight you another time on that. We'll have a discussion.
Alright. Anyways, like, yeah, there's a few things, like, that I'm hyped for. And it's definitely this new development with Bungie. And it might take them in a new direction that will make the company pretty decent.
Just
again.
depends on how much say they have in the publish or the development of the new game and everything.
Yeah, it really does.
Compared to the Chinese company. You know?
But if they can deliver and they can still have their, more or less their say on what they want with the game, well, it'll be worth. I'm hoping.
We'll see.
But anyways, next one is Hero Academia is going to be premiering in the LA Anime Expo 2018.
Oh, really?
Which I might be... No, I will watch. I'm definitely going to go to watch.
Excellent. That's something we can go ahead and do.
I will kill people to watch this movie. And by kill people, cut in line. I did that last time for Faku, and it was worth.
Yes.
And next one is Index. Tawaru Majutsu no Index, or the...
What, they make a new season?
What's the English one again called?
I have no idea. A certain
I don't
magical.
think they ever made an English name for it.
It was a certain magical index.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, never mind. They did.
They're announcing a season 3 for October 2018.
But ditch that. Fucking read the novel or the manga instead. It's the novel. Yeah, the novel is much better.
There is a manga, but it's not that very far, or
Well,
at least
I
translated.
think the manga was at first.
Read the no. It's from a light novel. Read the light novel
novel's
instead.
first. It's way
It's
ahead.
still using the artist of the.
Yeah.
But read the light novel instead because it's actually much better. It's not from the perspective of one character; it's from the perspective of 5 characters.
Well, yeah,
and it's much better
light
done.
novels tend to be like that. They have more details and more perspectives.
But
it's like anime; they have to cut corners and or focus on one thing.
All right. Well, let me close this bit by saying, "Fuck you! I love the anime, and you can't change my mind."
We never said the anime was bad.
I did.
Okay.
I'm directing it at Sean. But anyways, that closes my segment on news, and it was a very chunky bit. So yeah.
I'll burst through right now.
Next one.
I still got mine here, so I have a few things here. So one funny thing I'll mention real quick is a soldier in Virginia stole an armored carrier from his military base while he was on drugs.
Like a bad, I don't know, American TV series.
Exactly.
Or a comedy.
Something like that. And he was driving through streets and everything on drugs in this armored carrier. And he was tweeting while he was inside of it.
Armored personnel carrier.
Yeah, armored personnel carrier.
American.
And one thing he tweeted while he was inside the carrier was, "All I want is anime wife."
This guy...
Well, he's literally high as hell, so it seems pretty legit.
I just thought it was hilarious.
It is hilarious, but he's also got good taste.
Wait.
But he didn't say
which one. Wait, this is actual real?
No,
this is actually real. It happened.
In Virginia.
Holy shit, I thought you were talking about, some new TV series or something.
You gotta send me the Twitter post.
Not an actual thing, I thought, fake.
Yeah, I didn't put the Twitter post in here. I could have, but you can find it. It was a soldier in Virginia. And yeah, he tweeted inside the armored carrier, driving it down streets, "All I want is an anime wife."
I mean, he said a bunch of other stuff.
Yeah, he said other stuff too,
I do know he sent me the picture, all I want is an anime wife. And I'm just like, wow, this guy is just great. And the weird thing is it happened in real life. So
yeah, exactly.
That's what makes it great.
I saw some videos of it. It was fucking hilarious. There was cop cars running away from him, chasing them. It was just some dumb stuff. Exactly.
They are the ones chasing people. Not
I know, exactly. That was funny.
The other thing is that it's an armored car.
I know.
Yeah, bullets fly off of that.
Exactly.
Yes.
Our bullets aren't affected. What do we do? Just get out of there.
But it was.
Police cars are normally
How did they stop it though?
I don't actually know, but
ran out of gas.
Nobody was injured, so that's a good thing. No one was hurt. No one was injured.
I think he ran out of gas.
He is going to be laid off though.
Oh yeah, he's in jail now. He's imprisoned. He's got charges, everything. So.
Okay, I think that's kind of a little extreme. Because I would understand him being honorably discharged from the army, but going to prison /
honorably discharged. Oh, I can't see that. I can't say that. You can't
Okay,
get
Probably
honorably discharged
dishonorably, yeah.
you can't be honorably discharged for taking
Drugs
a
and
drug
stealing
Okay.
it.
and stealing an actual military vehicle in a public area.
Yeah.
So,
Okay,
yes, he
first off,
deserved
nobody
it.
was hurt. Nobody was hurt from the whole thing. No one was nothing was damaged, and it's just like it was just a wild chase. And bottom line is, nobody got hurt in any way or form.
I'm
Yeah,
sorry,
I don't
but-
know his actual
And people
sentence,
kind of got
but
some laughs out of it when the
there-
whole thing was over.
Maybe it's a year or two. He does deserve to go to jail, but maybe it's just a year or
it probably
two.
won't be too long. But
Yeah.
yeah, he'll get some time. For
Yeah,
that,
but
it was just a funny
he
thing
did
that I
deserve
saw.
what he got.
It was
That's
just
for sure.
it was just a funny thing I saw earlier this week. Just thought I'd mention it.
And
Anyways,
thank you,
so-
because this cast has been just about Bungie.
Yeah.
But anyways, I'll mention you already mentioned the Steam thing. Yeah, they backpedaled on their censorship of thingy games like Honey Pop and other places.
He also mentioned the whole
And,
My Hero Academia movie coming out, so that's a plus.
Yeah. And they said basically if it's not illegal or plain trolling, then it's allowed. And what I like about that is that it's actually going back to what Steam has always been for. It's been for anything.
So they're gonna add 18 plus games.
As long as they're not illegal.
Yeah. And as long as the people buying them, don't like.
Illegal as in
And they don't allow nudity on Steam, so they will also
censor
do that.
them,
Yeah,
but you can get patches.
but you can get patches. Yeah, exactly. But
Yeah, at this point, I would suggest that instead of just buying like
Gabe,
visual,
Go on. Finish that statement before I say mine.
I would say at this point, if you want to buy visual novels and whatnot, and if it has nudity, don't buy it at Steam. Just buy it from like some site that has it. Like the whole thing, so you don't have to go and like download a patch.
Like Jazz Faku or Manga Gamer.
Nutaku, one of those. Yeah.
Yeah, like just buy it from one of the sites that
Not
actually
fucking-
has the whole package. So you don't have to go through hoops or hurdles just to like get a patch that
Alright.
unblocks something.
Yeah.
Alright, now I gotta say though, my Lord and Savior Gavin, I raise this beer up to you. Thank you. And that's it.
Gabe Newell. Good
Gabe
guy.
Newell, thank you. Is it Gavin or Gabe Newell?
Gaben.
Gabe.
Gabe Newell, but they call him Gaben. But anyways, so there was a leak sort of Devil May Cry 5 on the works because
Which from who?
from who is it? Is that Capcom?
Oh, actual.
Yeah, Capcom because
Yeah, like the
they
people who
actually
make the games.
they registered the domain Devil May Cry 5 and Devil May Cry 6 and so on. But there's possibilities that they might show an actual Devil May Cry 5 at E3,
Okay.
and we'll see what happens with that.
They might be at E3, but from what I know, they're not gonna be at E3.
We'll
Maybe they'll surprise them.
We'll
Yeah,
see, yeah,
maybe.
but there is Devil May Cry 5 is a possibility with
but-
the actual Dante, not
Not this fucking fake Dante.
not
from-
Dante with an O, Dante with an A.
What's the other Dante? Which studio made that?
That was oh man, I can't remember. That was that Platinum?
No, it was not Platinum. The one that like dissed the original franchise. It was still a great game though.
It might have been Capcom's actual.
It was Capcom.
They must have published it then. Yeah.
Capcom licensed it, but they didn't publish it.
Then I can't remember who actually developed it, but
Ninja Studios. No, not Ninja. They do Dead or Alive. My bad.
yeah, Ninja. I actually have some. Okay, well, anyways, I don't know that, but I do have something to say about Ninja. I'm a little hesitant on them because Dead or Alive 6 was actually announced 2 days ago, I believe.
I heard.
And in an interview, the producer said with IGN that they're going to remove the exaggerated jiggle and bounce physics.
No,
and
that
remove
is the point. Of
and
the game.
remove revealing outfits.
No, they can't do this.
And so
Who knows? They might actually like put this as DLC content that you have to.
It's
I don't want to pay for that.
they've said
Yeah.
because they want it to be taken more seriously and want to get into esports, and that's
Okay,
why.
Yeah.
one, if they want to be taken seriously, they can be because they have a great fucking area of environment
Yes.
thing going on for them.
They do, but at the same time, there's always that
So
if they remove something like this off, so and
Then
like
who's
they,
gonna buy the game?
yeah, so this is
the
the problem.
hardcore
So
fans, the people that want to
I-
play a
I
serious
think-
game,
I think it's
Hardcore
also
fans-
the fact that they don't have to deal with like any of those like what do you call those censorship groups that like often that say oh this has nudity or this has this and that
and so let
like, the
me
people that raise a stink eye.
let me go for this. I'll say it's bad on two fronts. I don't think it'll ever be taken seriously by the FGC because it already, for 10 years now, has had a stigma of always being just a titty game. It's just a lewd fan service game, and that'll almost never change because the FGC is incredibly stubborn and they don't change with stuff like that. Mm-hmm. Second, it's going to hurt the fans of the game, and it's going to hurt a lot of their longtime fans. I've seen hundreds and hundreds of posts already saying, I'm not buying the game now. Like, that's what I buy it for. It's just a fan service game, and I love it for that. And I'm not buying the game now.
It's not a fan service game. I'm a fan.
It's
not a
mostly,
fan service game.
It mostly is.
Just makes it a plus.
Yeah, and
it's a solid game.
But I think it's going to hurt them in the long run. I don't think it's going to be taken seriously by the FGC, and I think it's going to hurt a lot of their sales. And so we're going to see what's going to happen with that. But I'm a little disappointed with that, so we'll see what happens. But
well, tell you the truth, they got rid of Marvel vs. Capcom for... what's it called?
For Evo?
Evo?
Good.
So maybe...
Because it's a trash game.
It is a trash game. Or at least the recent one is.
Yeah, Infinite is trash.
So Marvel vs. Capcom is out. A few other ones are out. But they're adding a lot of anime games and that are fighters. And maybe it might get in. But it is a team
Next
game.
year, it's almost a 0% chance that it'll get into the main lineup.
Is it a 0 or is it 0.1?
It's like a 0.1.
Maybe that 0.1 will happen.
Like, yeah, there's just so many other fighting games right now out and there's more coming out that are more serious already.
I gotta say, BlazBlue is what I'm excited for, though.
Yeah, they're gonna have a big BlazBlue tournament. I mean, it's in the main Evo lineup, so it's gonna be good.
Especially with the Ruby girls, mostly Yang. Yeah. I don't care about anyone else.
Yeah, there's Yang and Ruby in the new one.
Yang, Ruby, Weiss, and who's the other one?
Wait.
I don't think Blake is in the newest one.
She's in it. I hate her.
Okay.
I hate her.
Yeah.
But I don't acknowledge her.
But anyways, so last thing, or two last things. I mean, E3 is next week, so it's actually technically started.
Today.
So
it is?
It did start today with EA. So EA did a conference today. They announced certain things. They announced Battlefield 5. Didn't show any gameplay. But they said no loot boxes.
Oh,
so
I see.
They said no loot boxes. They showed FIFA. They showed Madden. They showed NBA. No gameplay. They showed Battlefront 2 DLC, which actually, surprisingly, they said is free, which is actually such a huge thing for EA.
Mm-hmm.
I would have never seen that coming. I think it's because the stigma of it recently and all the bad negative press they've gotten from its release kind of forced their hand. But we'll see what happens with that. They announced some new Star Wars Jedi Fallen Order game, which they barely kind of announced. They just went to some guy in the audience who was, I guess, probably a developer and said, "Oh, what's this game going to be like?" And it was like a fanfic kind of shit, but we'll see.
What I know about it is it's just clone troopers taking out Jedi, so that might be... I heard it was going to be single player, so that might be fun.
Yeah, we'll see.
But I've never heard of a single player game from EA in a long time, unless you count Shadows of Mordor.
Well, how about this one? You like Destiny, don't you?
Oh, fuck.
What about Anthem?
No.
It's basically Destiny.
I've only got my sights on that.
So,
I don't have money for both.
They showed a game, Anthem. It's literally Destiny. That's all it is. Except it looks more cinematic.
And is it forgiving?
I have no idea.
If it's forgiving, I'm not
I mean, they didn't actually show real gameplay, but it looks more cinematic in general. But it's literally Destiny. So, I don't know. Maybe it'll compete with it, but it literally just looks like Destiny. But anyways,
it really is.
I'm excited for E3 for next week because there's much better stuff coming up.
Tuesday is Smash, or is it Monday?
So Monday is Square Enix, which I'm actually anticipating Final Fantasy VII Remake.
I hate Nomura, so no.
Oh, excellent. I've been wanting to know about updates.
I'm sorry, it's Nomura.
It's not only Nomura. But anyways, and then Smash is on Tuesday. So we're going to see that on Tuesday.
Excellent.
They're going to show, in the conference early in the morning, they're going to show, 9 a.m., they're going to show the game and some other new Switch games.
Oh, how wonderful.
And then later in the day, they're going to show the Smash Invitational Tournament. So we'll see what's going on with the new Smash for Switch. And should be interesting because it's, I'm certain it's probably one of the most anticipated games from E3 at this point is new Smash. So, anyways, I guess we'll move along to the next topic here. Edwin's out, but he'll join us for the discussion in a second. It's quiet clank, but anyways, so our topic is waifus.
Hold on.
Oh, sorry. Alright, so
I think you should
first thing,
start because
yeah.
mine's pretty longer.
What is a waifu?
It's basically just like an anime character that you like. That if you had the possibility, you would actually marry them if you could.
Exactly.
Like
so.
if you were inside that world, or if they were actually real, you would want them as your actual wife.
It's essentially your very favorite anime girl that you've ever come across that you would consider your favorite.
Yeah.
The one that you would spend the rest of your life with.
Yeah.
Everything. The one that tickles your fancy the most.
Yeah.
Even if
the
it isn't
wife.
the one. But it
Or-
is.
Yes. Like we should also explain that for some people, waifu is like a literal term, like just that one and only anime character throughout their entire lives, despite despite any other animes that come out with any other girls. Like that one particular person is their waifu. While for other people, waifu is just a term that they use for a girl from a particular series that they like.
You mean flavor of the month?
Exactly.
So for some it's that, or
Some
so for them it's like their favorite girl from that series in general. Whereas in another series, they have another girl that they consider waifu.
Mm-hmm.
I will say I am. What's the saying? What's the good old life adage? Having more than one waifu destroys your life.
Exactly.
And I am the
something
first
like that.
camp here.
So
Yeah, that's because if it was real, then those people would have that problem. Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, you'd get stabbed like in school days.
So,
No, or you would just have so many people heartbroken. It's like
exactly. So
that's also the reason why a lot of people support heroines in a sense, because everyone else comes out happy in a sense.
right.
Like no one's really walking away miserable.
But
Mm.
are they happy?
Like I said, there's a reason why. We never said it was perfect. Okay? I fully understand that there's a lot of things that are into it that does not make it simple, like a black and white.
Mm-hmm.
Alright, so
So let's talk about notable waifus, and we won't go as far back as like the 70s and stuff. Let's start at
it's
2012 here. So
Yeah,
more recent stuff.
Yeah,
Um,
like I can go ahead. Do you have a list or?
Yeah, I've got a list as well. So we'll mention. Let's start at 2012. So
Asuna?
yeah. So okay,
Yes.
2012 had Sword Art. Of course, Asuna was a big one that
No,
that was a lot of people's first waifu and
I
became
but
popular.
everything, like, even like since 2012,
Let me see
Asuna.
it.
Okay.
But good.
Like 2012, like Asuna is like a favorite like waifu throughout the ages.
Mm.
That is quite a good, sizable one for 2012.
Like I said, I tried looking throughout the years and I had trouble because almost from 2013 to 2016 or 17, it was not that very clear or helpful because any sites that talked about like waifus was taken down or got me to know it.
Right. I tried to break it down to 2, maybe 3 at most for each year,
Yeah.
but it's kind of tough because there's been quite a few throughout the season. But Asuna, a big one.
Yes,
Si- So
it was popular even till now.
even today, yes. And another one popular today, Saber,
Oh,
because
yes.
Fate Zero aired, and that was a lot of people's first, experience of Fate, and
Yes.
so Saber became, a big point in the limelight again.
Oh yeah, and like with Fate Grand Order and with like the different versions of her, like she's now become even more popular as a waifu because like of all these different types of her.
Mm-hmm.
So you got Saber and then many flavors of Saber.
Right.
Yes. Then there's like the other characters from the Fate series, like the Rin, the Rider, Sakura, and there's even a few people for Ilya.
Yeah.
Oh,
And
wow.
what other 2012s do you have? I saw you had Chitanda from Hyoka, the
Yeah.
big KyoAni.
Yeah, there's Rika from Chiba. She was apparently a favorite because of how she was like a Chibuyu. Or like,
the Chuni.
Yeah.
She wasn't in 2012, was she?
Yeah.
Can
Okay.
you help me out decide on what?
And then there's the
kanji
whole,
it
Watashi, or the protagonist from Jiru Y Sutuya. There's
Oh,
Naruko, or from the Naruko-san.
is?
Basically,
The
like,
Lovecraft
yeah.
comedy? I hate you. But
No,
yes.
I said this is like what they consider like the waifus for 2012. I didn't choose this personally.
But it is 2012 though, but so
Yes.
I thank you.
Right.
Like there was the whole Asuna, and then there's Rias from High School DxD, which I have to say that even to now, like Asuna, she has now been a favorite waifu for a lot of people.
Yeah, if you look at the Nyan type polls or any other Japanese polls, I mean, she's still like, she's not top 1 anymore. She's closer to like 6 or 7, but she's still up there for a character that's been around for so long.
Top 10?
She's top
Number
10.
6?
She's
Yeah, Rice Grammar from High School DxD. She's been very popular. In fact, like some of the other girls from the series are also considered like waifu material.
Yes. I mean,
Like,
I'm old school.
yeah.
I'm very old school, so...
yeah, we know.
We'll get to our own waifus after.
Yeah.
So what
Don't
about
worry, you can go ahead and tell yours then.
now? We'll get to our own after. What about let's see the next tier here.
Oh
So
wait, that wasn't done yet.
okay,
There
go
was
first.
just Morgania from Magai. There's a
Morgana?
Yeah.
P-Card girl?
No.
Slave girl?
Yes. Then there was a Kuro Yuki Hime from Excel World.
Mm-hmm.
There was Shinobu from Nisamo no Gatari.
Which
Okay.
version of her?
Nisa Monogatari, she was
Oh.
still young.
So adult, young, and tell you the truth, she's
That
got
was
so
the-
many flavors.
That was the 12-year-old one still.
And then there was a
I feel ashamed.
Riri Chio from
She's
Ino
actually
X
300.
Fuko.
Inox
Okay.
Boku is pretty good, I gotta
Yeah.
admit.
Okay.
Yeah, so that was for 2012.
All right. So 2013, I had the two I picked out here. Mikasa, because that was the very first debut
Shit, I
of
forgot about
Attack
Mikasa.
on Titan.
Oh yeah, that was another popular like
And then the incest legend herself, Kirino Kosaka.
There's a lot of them. You gotta be a little
Kosaka Kirino from Ori no Imoto. I've got Edwin raging over here.
Okay, move on
Because
before
that-
he tries to go
Anyway.
all Hulk and fails.
Big names there.
Let me say this though. If you're a man and you're gonna turn down all the girls,
They were all trash.
no, they weren't. All the girls for your little sister, you should feel total ashamed for yourself and you should kill yourself.
Be proud.
Okay.
You
But if
did.
you-
You made the right choice.
but-
Okay, before
Given-
we get into a debate, let's just say this:
Right.
each person is entitled to their own opinion
Right.
and everything.
Good
Okay,
one.
and so let's just
Yeah.
keep it civil. Okay?
Let me keep this civil though. Why'd you have to make Kuroyuki? What was their name?
Kurohime?
Kurohime. Why'd you have to make Kurohime first? Why? Why her? Why? She was
It's
like
fine.
top 10.
Who else do you have, David, for 2013?
I don't. Like I said, I couldn't find anything for like exact years,
Okay.
so I started looking at like for exact polls of like particular, like popular waifus and everything. So there's like a lot.
Around that year?
Just
No,
rapid
I mean
fire.
in general.
In general. Okay, well,
Rapid fire him.
yeah, just rapid fire and then I'll go by the years.
Okay, well then.
I bet mine isn't even on there.
Let's see. There was from Konosuba, Megumin, who's a popular one.
She's
Some
pretty
people often like Aqua, but I don't understand them.
They
Love
love
Life School
abuse.
Idol Project, Hanayo. From K-On! There was Yue. From Bakumo Gotari, there was Tsubasa Hanakawa. Monthly Girls Nozaki-kun, there was Chiyo Sakura. Hoyoka, there was Iru Chi Tananda. There was Sai Kono, How to Raise a Boring Girlfriend, Megumi. Which, by the way, from several polls, she tends to be in them.
Mm.
Because,
Mm.
like, a lot of people tend to like her. So besides, like Asuna or Rias, she's another one that seems to pop up now and
She
then.
just sneaks in there.
Yes.
Mm.
That's
There-
weird.
Yeah. Attack on Titan, there was Krista Lens. And and here's another one that tends to pop up. From Ray Zero, Ram.
Perfect.
I'm sorry, no.
Yeah.
I'm
Really?
a-
I thought you would be happy about that.
No, I'm an Emilia fan.
Oh, okay. I thought you were Ram.
Because I support my boy,
Right.
what's his name?
It's like, Tsubasa?
Subaru.
Subaru, yeah.
I support my boy Subaru. So.
Well, then here's another Mikasa from Attack on Titan. There was Doma Umura Himonoto, or from Umura-chan. There was Ikami Chika, Love Life, Sunshine.
Umaru-chan. The blanket girl?
Maybe. There was John D'Arc from Fate Apotheca, who's now another popular waifu.
No.
It's then there was several kimono friends, like
Which one? Which one?
pretty much just in general the series.
All of them or several?
Yeah.
I was a fan of Sandcat, but that's the singer of the ending.
Yeah.
Miyohan.
Then there was Hitori Chisa from the Ancient Magus Bride. She's been a popular one.
Oh, she has been. Believe me, there's a girl I know who's been all over that pairing.
Yeah. Well, like I said, there were Asano pops up again and again. Same with like the whole Ray Zero, Rise from High School DxD, like her. And then, like I said, another Kotama Megami, like how to raise a boring girlfriend. And then there was the Sagiri Izumi, basically from Eromanga Sensei.
You mean the sister
Yes.
from Eromanga Sensei? Do you want to go to jail?
Sure, like not.
Adopted or not, do you want to go to jail?
She's on my list.
I
But
said that it was on the polls, man.
I know, but do you want to go to jail?
Ugh.
There you go.
so anyway, so yeah, 2014, yeah. So I don't know if you mentioned Chaika.
Yes.
Yeah. Chaika was in 2014. Sento from Amagi Brilliant Park. She was
Which one was
definitely
that one?
Yeah, that was also
the
my.
KyoAni from 2014.
No. Which girl?
The main girl, Sento.
Red haired? No, brown haired.
Brown haired.
Brown haired. You got
Carries a
blonde
musket.
hair.
Yeah.
She kind of red bikini.
Yes.
No,
dress-
Yes, red bikini.
Okay.
Done deal.
Yeah, red vest.
Done
Also.
deal.
She was one of the 2014 waifus.
And carries like a musket around,
Yeah.
like it's ready to shoot him.
I liked her. Anyway,
Anyway, there was.
let me see this.
You know what?
Is it even? Oh,
Probably.
I'm sorry.
Anyway,
Here,
so
go on with your list.
Yeah.
Before I go into my polls.
2015 Erina from Food Wars.
Yep, on the list
Yep.
too.
Pretty good.
That was 2015. Also, I put a question mark here. Umaru. Some people put her as the waifu, but I think she's a piece of shit.
Yeah,
Thank
that's
you.
also
I'm
on the
in that
list.
camp. I'm
Good-
in that camp.
good man.
I don't
No,
like
it's-
her.
Yeah.
And then Ogi from Owari Monogatari. She was one of the most interesting girls that came
Ogi?
up. Ogi.
Who's Ogi?
Oshino Ogi. She showed up in the very end of Monogatari series.
Which girl is she?
She was a new girl in Owari
Is she the
Monogatari.
one that
You
just...
have to describe how she looks instead of
Yeah,
just saying
yeah.
like
She has
Yeah.
pale black eyes. She has long sleeves that cover her
I
hands.
know her now.
Yes.
Yeah, you
The
know, if you
mysterious
describe her instead of just saying like last person, it kind of makes it easier for people.
Yeah, there was only 2 new characters in Owari, and she was one of them.
Most people
and
aren't hardcore fans or like no.
True.
Or me, who's just a plebeian.
You're a plebeian.
And
Anyways,
just like
2016, Megumin, you mentioned that from
Yep.
Konosuba.
Yeah,
I mentioned Hotaru from Dagashi Kashi.
Yeah, that's
That was a
also
big
on the
one,
list too.
Which one's Otaru? The one that's in the cafe or the candy girl?
Candy Girl.
Candy Girl. She was a
Oh,
20.
I'm sorry. I need you guys to leave right now.
That's
I'm
on
not
the
saying
list.
she was my favorite, but she was the more popular one.
You might. Yeah, okay, you guys can stay.
Okay, first off, you need to remember we're just saying the list. We're
I
not saying
know,
it personally.
I know.
We're just mentioning the most popular. Mai from the KyoAni Phantom World anime, the blonde girl.
Yeah.
The one that did Limbo with her tits bouncing around.
Oh,
that
her,
meme.
oh,
Yeah.
that's just KyoAni though. She's just a flavor of the month.
I mean, 2016 was actually pretty big as far as girls came. I mean,
Yeah,
you had
that
all
was-
the ReZero girls with Amelia, Ram,
Yeah.
everyone.
I'm sorry. I only accept Amelia.
Because you're a
Okay,
piece of
we
shit.
know.
And
We
then,
know, man. It's like we're not saying anything. We're just listing off the list.
And then, anyways, 2016 also had Hero Academia, so you can mention
Oh,
as
yeah.
many waifus from there
Froppy.
as you wanted
Yeah,
to.
there's like,
Yeah.
like from there's like Midnight, Mount Lady,
Froppy.
Bari.
Yeah.
There's like Ochaku and then Momo, and there was like Sue.
Yeah, so 2016
Sue,
was...
which is Froppy, right?
Yeah, Froppy.
Yeah.
Froppy.
So 2016 was pretty big as far as waifus go. And
2017.
2017 we had the May Dragon Girls.
Yep, that's on the
Let me
list
guess.
too.
Kana.
Yeah, apparently she was on the list too.
And then...
You
Yeah,
guys are
like,
sick fucks, but I understand why.
Okay, first off, you
I
gotta
appreciate
remember that we're not the ones saying that she's our
I'm not
waifu.
saying you. I'm telling the audience.
anyways.
All right,
Pulling
go.
a Deadpool.
And yeah, you mentioned Eramunga Sensei. That was also
Yeah.
2017.
Also, there's like forgot from Maid Dragon, like Taru was often a popular one,
Right, yeah.
She's pretty good.
and then there was also
Quetzalcoatl.
is that the big girl?
Yeah, the big meaty girl.
Yeah.
The big-breasted, meaty girl.
Yeah.
Yep. Yeah, she's often like
From
a pop.
Mexico.
No, she dresses like a Mexican in a sense, or at least Girls Gone Wild.
And then the last thing on 2017, Fate Apocrypha. So there was, of
Yeah.
course, Jeanne d'Arc, and then...
Yep, mention her.
Yep. And then, of course, the best waifu, Astolfo.
AKA Rider of Black, but who's also a guy, basically
Exactly.
a trap.
But he can be a waifu.
What about 2018 Toba?
We haven't really
I didn't put 2018 on here.
because it's still ongoing. in a
yes,
sense.
there was quite a few for the
But what
first season, but we'll get to that in a future one with
I think
all
Toga
20.
is going to be 2018. But yeah, it is too soon to call it early. But I'm just going to say it here. Toga from My Hero Academia. It's probably waifu material for 2018.
Yeah, a lot of people like her, despite, being her crazy and everything.
Sometimes you need crazy in your life.
Okay, if you want crazy, here's a popular waifu that I have. Basically, Albedo from Overlord.
That is also a good one.
Yeah. Then it's like, there's from Tokyo Ghoul, Toka. So
She's the girl with the bunny mouth.
I don't know. I never watched that series, so I'm just reading the list.
Oh, I can't remember. I watched that 2 years ago.
And another one, a popular one, is Violet Evergarden.
You mean Saber?
Oh, yeah.
You mean Saber?
Autistic Saber.
Yeah.
I love Violet.
Yeah.
She's
Violet.
actually really good.
Yeah. I mean, well, let's say this here though. She is not Saber, so guys, stop getting them confused.
We did have a picture of that that we posted. I think 2 or 3 podcasts ago with Saber pointing at Violet Evergarden. Saying "You're not me" kind of thing.
Weren't they both saying that?
Yeah, exactly. And they're both pointing at each other.
Yeah.
Because they look like doppelgangers.
In a sense, but
It's a funny picture, but
It's cute. It's funny, but yeah, they're not the same person.
yeah, basically a lot of popular waifus, like a lot of girls, is basically Shokugeki no Souma, almost
there's a lot.
yeah, pretty much almost every girl might as well be considered waifu
every
to
girl's
somebody.
good.
I'm sorry, there's only one.
Erina, Alice, there's Nikumi, there's Megumi.
Megumi.
Megumi's
Rindo.
Rindo, yeah. Kobayashi Rindo.
Which one's the one that's just kind of hanging around Soma and she's the bimbo girl? No.
Bimbo?
She's not bimbo. She's the bimbo is different for Japanese. It's basically she's the country girl.
Megumi.
Megumi, yeah.
Yeah.
The blue hair girl. She's great.
She's great.
It's like
she ain't waifu. Get out of here.
She's definitely for me. She's top, but all the other girls are actually pretty solid.
yeah,
solid.
And a lot of girls in that series can be considered waifus to somebody.
They're
Just
solid,
like how in High School and DxD or Sword Online or a lot of girls there could be considered waifu material.
Alright, but they're solid, but they ain't wife material like Megumi.
True.
Okay, well then I'll probably name someone that probably is to you.
All right, go through a few more, and then we'll get to our next part.
Sword Online Alternative Gun Gale. Karen.
You mean Len, right?
Karen Len, yep. She's waifu.
And then there was
she's
Pito
my waifu.
who?
Pito, who we don't. Well, okay, we can also obviously tell that she's the idol girl, but we haven't seen her in person.
I
Technically,
don't think she is.
it's
But
obvious
if
she is. Come on,
she needs to rage. Well, it explains why she hates herself.
exactly. That's exactly why.
But
That's
I
why
don't
it's
think she
obvious.
is. I don't think she is.
Let's put a bet on it.
$5?
All right, $5.
Actually, no.
Hey.
I'll give you a good bottle of sake.
All right,
Bride of the Fox,
all right,
which is a $30 plus box.
all right. Then we'll bet on it.
And
Handshake.
what are you gonna give me?
Handshake.
No, what are you gonna give me first?
I'll give you the same. I'll give by the Bride of the Fox.
Done deal.
All right.
All right.
She's the idol.
You
Anyways.
heard it first, folks.
Okay, yeah, and I'm the witness. So, let's see, I don't even know how this got on the list, but apparently there's a lot of people that like the girls in this time from Death March, but, shitty series. Yeah.
Well, they
It's
are
like-
basic. I mean,
Yeah.
if you're bad, yeah, you can go for the basic. Which ones?
There's the Nana, the homunculus one, there's basically several girls that have not shown up yet.
What about the elf girl?
The Lolly? No.
No, not the lolly. The first blonde girl. Not the homunculus. Literally the first girl the guy rescues.
No. Oh, wait, yeah, she's mentioned.
Okay, there you go. I thought she'd be mentioned.
Yeah. Yeah, it's alright,
Yes.
here for something better. Moving on from that list. Darling the Franks, a lot of people love Zero too.
Of course they do.
I have my poster right here.
Yeah, so
Good
that's
man.
on a bub.
Thank you for the Dengeki poster. It took a long time to get that out.
Anyway, let's see,
You're welcome.
Beatless,
I love
there's
it.
the
I love it
Lakia,
She's beautiful.
Methalda, and let's see.
What is it? You mentioned someone else.
Yeah, Methalda. Or Method, basically, from Beatless, or along with Lakia.
Okay, I haven't watched Beatless,
I haven't either.
so
Oh, here's another one that we talked earlier.
I killed something.
Jesus.
Yeah, that was
Alright.
pretty loud.
I'm sorry. I have a way of doing that.
Yeah.
Sorry
oh,
for
the-
everyone listening. Jesus Christ.
I
Yeah.
killed a fly. I'm proud.
Did you have to make your slap sound like a firecracker?
Well, It was in the moment, so yeah.
Apparently, no, you did not have to, but you did.
I didn't mean to.
Okay, anyway, like, there was Botaka no Koi wa Mizukashi. Basically, Narumi.
Let us forget ourselves, my friend.
It's like Momose and Hanako Koyanagi. Basically, what we talked earlier about how, like, these office ladies or office people who are all otakus trying to get in, falling in love and stuff.
Which one is that, though?
I just said the names. Narami. Basically, the red-headed girl.
She's pretty good, but...
And then there's the green-headed girl. With a tall... With, like, yes.
With the massive breasts.
I was going to say glasses, but sure.
And dresses as boys?
Yes.
She's my favorite.
Oh,
yeah.
I have something to say about that later. But
yeah,
anyways,
I'm going to go ahead and call it in.
Yeah, let's move on to the next part. So, who's everyone's waifu? Let's bring it in.
Alright, I'll be last.
We've mentioned a lot, so let's say who's your waifu?
I'm last.
Alright, David?
Yeah, you can start because... Alright, fine. You know what? Basically, I don't really have a waifu because, like, I'm like those guys that just sees a lot of girls that are, like, nice and whatnot. But
you just like them all?
No, it's not. No, I got plenty of waifus that I can list that are shit.
Okay, we'll get to that later.
But I don't know. I mean, there's...
Who's a good close?
I don't know.
Name it.
I don't know.
If you have a favorite girl, just in general, not even your waifu, but just a girl that you like in general.
There's a lot.
All right.
It's like I could be listening like for what?
You're a tease, but we'll ask you next podcast. Think it hard.
No, I've been thinking you asked me this like time and time again, and I've been thinking, and I can't come up with an answer.
And I have a time limit on it. All right. Well,
yes.
Hopefully next podcast you might think of something.
No, probably not.
If not, then I give up.
Don't have your fingers crossed, boys.
If not, I give up.
All right, mine's on the screen here on the right side. Rin Tosaka.
Yeah. And she is trash.
I'll fight.
I thought you liked her.
Bare knuckle fist fight me in the street.
Okay, Fate. We both know Fate. She doesn't compare to the best one.
You mean besides Saber?
Not even Saber.
Don't like Saber as much.
You like Sakura?
Yeah, of course.
You're trash. Go away. But anyways, so the Fate novel. So I watched the anime. I watched the anime first. It didn't sell me on anybody, and then I read the visual novel.
Yeah,
and it sold me.
Seriously, people like if you really need to play the visual novel.
We both want to kill Sean right now.
It's like,
me and David.
Like in general, just watch the visual novel because it has a lot of stuff that just like how light novels tend to have more details than anime. Visual novel has a lot more that
insanely more. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
That
in this case,
it really is good. That even if it's not like I don't know 10 or so years ago, like it's good. Like everyone should at least like go through the entire thing, all 3 routes, and like just see it, and you'd be like, wow.
But yeah, so I love Tsundere's more than I think I ever realized, and then she sold me, and I've been faithful since when I read it in 2011, 2012.
True.
Before that it was different, but now I haven't switched off since.
Well, you're the guy who has like 6+ Rin figures.
I have about 8 or 9 Rin figures now. I only haven't bought more because I can't fit them anywhere, or else I would have more. But anyways.
Well, when you get your own place, you can go and buy more.
Exactly.
So our next
or buy storage.
No, Edwin?
Our next segment will be fun, but let me tell you.
Yours
mine,
also on the screen?
Which is also on the screen, and it isn't the one in the tiny square. It is the great and lovable Rei Ayanami. And by lovable...
Not great or lovable, but...
Let me tell you what I wanted. What I wanted from Eva was the development that happened between Rei and Shinji to happen. And I was so proud, I was so happy, and they totally cut me from it. And the only person that kept me sane in this dark and cruel world was a man, nay, a god, named Mogodan. Okay, jokes aside, yes, it was Mogodan who helped me firmly accept that. But it's definitely Rei Ayanami from Eva, and I gotta say, I can't drop that ship. She has been faithful to me. She has been consistent.
But okay, you're talking about Mogodan, but there's no ship there. That's just cuck.
Yes.
You're contradicting yourself.
Well, you see, it started with the show.
Alright.
And it ended with the cuck.
Alright.
But she's been with me through everything. And it's going vanilla
Or
again.
with everyone else, you mean.
Okay, well, it's going vanilla too. Remember the recent chapter?
Yeah, okay, yeah.
Alright, there you go.
I guess that was as close as you can get
As
to vanilla
close
from
as I could
Mogadon.
get- Yeah, from Mogadon. But I've been a fan of Rei Ayanami. I buy as much products as I can, and I do have at least 3 figures of Rei. One you gave to me, and the other 2... One was David's, and the other one was...
Oh yeah, I forgot to give you that swimsuit.
The ballerina one. I have the swim... 4.
Yeah, I gave you
Oh,
that swimsuit one.
3.
That's right.
Yeah, the little chibi swimsuit.
Yep.
David gave me the nurse, and I also have the ballerina figure for her.
Nice.
Which, speaking of which, podcast first, I need to claim back. Because I had to move a lot. So, yeah, she's been with me through everything, through thick and thin. And yeah, she's a 10. No, nay, she's an 11 plus out of 10.
I thought you were going to say 12.
11 plus, good enough.
Alright,
Okay.
fair enough.
Right.
Anyways, now let's get into our favorite subject of
I thought we were going to talk about worst waifus.
the worst.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
So, does anyone have any shit waifus?
I'd like
Yes,
to
David?
start first.
Please.
Oh, fine. You can go ahead.
Okay.
All right, I'd like to start off with a few. I guess one of them was I'd probably start off with, which I would probably jugular as hard as I can, is Rem.
I like Rim.
From
From
ReZero,
ReZero.
for those who don't know.
Yes, I absolutely hate her. But going down that list, I've got to say I really absolutely do not like Nyaruko-chan. From
Oh.
Nayala. I don't like her.
We'll
at
fight
all.
in the
Okay.
street later, but it's cool.
For her or for Rem?
For both.
Okay,
Let's
all
go.
right. Next one is that's actually a tricky one because third place is really hard. The third place is always the trickiest for me. But if I had to say, it's Rin.
From...
No, I'm just kidding. It's not
Let's
Rin.
see.
It's not Rin from Fate. She's pretty good. I gotta admit, she's pretty good.
Let's see.
Okay.
You're about to get a chokehold.
You gonna chokehold me right now?
Okay, hold on. So who's third? Just go. Let's before we get derailed.
All right. So before I get derailed, I gotta say the third one would probably be fuck, I gotta remember the anime, but Umaru-chan. Yeah, there we go. Umaru from Umaru-chan.
That's a fair one. She should be number 1 worst, but
No, there are several people here. I have.
I suppose, yeah, you
Well,
could
okay,
find
if
worse.
you want me to be fair, Umaru-chan, Ram, and then what was the second one I mentioned? Ah, fuck, I forgot.
I don't care. Anyways,
I'm a
David, go
thief.
ahead.
Yeah, I don't have it in order or anything like that.
That's fine.
But for those of you who know, if any of you have seen Masamune Revenge,
I've not seen it, but
Okay,
but yeah, go for it.
yeah, it's like
Bitchin'.
Aki Adagaki.
Okay.
Basically, like, the guy's trying to get revenge on this particular girl, and this girl's a total bitch. And it's like, and the guy's acting like a bitch, and they're like being just as bad as her. So to the point is, don't watch this trash series.
All right.
Another series is, well, no offense to you, Sean, but it's like Yojo Senki, basically the saga of Tanya.
Well, she's not really waifu material. She's more.
She's a man.
Exactly.
Yes,
first of all, she's a man.
Well,
Second
could
of
you
all,
love
Okay,
him?
hold on. For
Could
those
she
of you who
love
don't
another
understand,
man?
let me explain. Basically, she was a salary worker who was pretty like, or
nihilistic.
he was logical, like cold, like logical, and you
a
know,
hard
like,
nihilistic.
And
Yeah,
then he
office
fucking
worker,
got
yeah.
pushed into a fucking train, and
by
God
the
said,
guy who he fired, who was going through a lot of things,
yeah.
apparently.
And God stopped time and
No,
pretty much told
he
him.
died, and he
Yeah.
appeared apparently to a god. We're not sure which one.
Actually,
in a
from the
fantasy
anime-
World War One kind of.
Well,
Okay,
in-
we're skipping a lot of details.
yeah,
but
a lot of details, but in the
Yeah.
anime, time stopped right before that train hit him, and
Okay.
God confronted him.
Okay,
But
so,
yeah, then the train
But
hit him.
anyways,
Yeah.
I don't
and then
think.
he died. He got reincarnated into a new world as a girl.
But Dar, you're not putting any offense to me because I don't think that's a waifu character.
I know.
I
but
think
apparently people do consider her as a waifu.
for me,
And
it's
it's just like, what on earth? Like,
yeah. I don't
she's
think
not exactly.
no, definitely not waifu material, but it's a good show.
Yeah.
That's what I think it is.
I liked it. I loved
Yeah.
it.
But
But
Alright,
she ain't
You're
waifu.
third.
Here's another one from Naruto. Both
Oh.
Sakura and Karin.
Oh yeah.
Who's,
Those
who's
basically.
that?
Okay, Karin is a redheaded glasses girl who followed Sasuke after he killed Orochimaru, and she's like a major fanboy.
Is Sakura's the blind
Oh,
one?
the one that you heal when you suck her.
Yeah,
No, yeah, she's...
yeah. Basically,
She's gross.
he like this. Sasuke went ahead and like attacked her, like nearly killed her,
and like she still's in love with him, or like still fanboying over him. Like that's just like what the. And then like Sakura with how she's been like so
Get him going.
like hardcore loyal to him and in love with him despite all the shit he's pulled. Like seriously, these people need help. Another girl is from Taiga from Toradora.
Yeah, I can't blame you. You don't like
Fuck off.
Cinderella.
No, I don't like violent sundaries.
I do.
I do.
You know, it's like I mean like
Good man.
Oh look, sundaries like Rin, I could understand. Okay, they make sense. They're logical. Okay, but sundaries like Taiga or Luis from Familiar of Zero, those are horrible.
No.
Like that's a level of abuse, and that's just like so.
On the plus side, same voice actress.
Ria Kugamiya,
Yeah, we know.
my girl.
My favorite girl.
Yeah, those two are just pretty much like trash. To like,
I don't agree, but okay. It's
Yeah.
fine.
they're like
Fair enough.
I
they're
understand.
violent sundaries, okay? Extremely violent.
No, I understand.
I
And they
understand.
never really get called out for all the shit they pull.
No, I understand the hate, but I don't agree, but I don't understand the hate.
I do.
Yeah.
I do. It's just.
Okay, so that's pretty much it. You
My worst. I was gonna be negative, but my answer here is all waifus are great.
Oh.
Love your waifu, respect her, cherish her.
But are you more than one, or are you the one?
No, stick with your one waifu. That's all I say. If you have more than one waifu, then she's the shit waifu. But you know what? I was thinking about it real hard, and I thought, the worst waifu is the waifu that you don't respect. So take care of your waifu, respect her, and love her, and that's it.
All right.
Because all waifus are great.
That is a good one. Now, closing statements.
Nothing else from me. Just like I said, one waifu, respect her, love her.
Yeah. And I say more than one waifu destroys your waifu.
Yep.
And David, what about you?
I got nothing on it. But for those of you who don't have like one waifu, I can understand where you're coming from, considering like how it's really hard when you see so many like particular individuals that you really like, that if you were told to choose one and only one,
Right.
you would probably be indecisive.
Yep.
Like don't hate yourself for that, okay?
All right. So let's bring it in for the last segments here.
All right. So the next segment, I guess I could start it off because I do have a short list. Well, it is recommended. So I gotta say, I've got for watching segment, Trigun.
Okay.
It is an old one. It is a very deliciously great one. I would recommend the manga, but I want to recommend the anime first because the manga I want to recommend, I already passed around. So anyways, Trigun. It's an action space western with a lot of ties to me, but this space western revolves around Bashful Stampede, supposedly this great force of like tragedy and destruction. And yet, when you find out what it is, it's literally the most clowniest person you could ever think of, who wants to protect everyone. And it's a really great action series. And it's made by the guy from, I believe, Hellsing, right, David?
More or less, yeah.
Yeah, and it is a really great show. I do recommend it.
If you read the manga, you'll probably be amazed about the amount of details in it.
Yes, and next one for playing, it's really weird, but I guess I'm going to recommend Karano Shoujo, which is a visual novel on the PC.
Good one.
It's very iffy because it does involve gore, but I enjoy
not
it.
that kind of gore you're thinking about.
Not that kind of gore, but if you're uncomfortable around those mature visuals, it is going to get under your skin, but
you should probably explain a little bit more detail about it, like what kind of...
Alright, so Karano Shoujo involves more or less, I guess, early, I say post-World War I, not World War II, right?
More or less.
Alright, so post-World War I Japan, where you're a investigator, or a private detective who is going to this Japanese all-girls Catholic school to investigate the series of crimes or disappearances that have been happening, and then some murder stuff happens and becomes a murder case, and you're just trying to find out what's going on. You find out the murder, and and you find out more or less there's more to this case than just this one murderer. So it's got a lot of layers to it. It's like an onion. It has a lot of layers, and I definitely recommend Kara no Shoujo because it's beautiful. It is absolutely beautiful. Even the gore, like I gotta say, they could pick a few. You know, if you ever seen the Saw movies, they could pick a few things up from this series.
Yeah, I mean Saw is pretty trash.
It is trash, but they could pick up a few things from it.
True, but
and I recommend it. And honestly, Mean Girl would be waifu material, but I ran out of time.
Alright, fair enough.
And for reading, An Elder Sister Like One.
Alright.
So it's basically Anennarumono.
For Japanese, it's easier to find that way, actually.
Anennarumono, because if anything, just look up Ira Pochi. You'll find Anennarumono or An Elder Sister Like One, published by Yen Press. I love it. It doesn't matter what you read. Read the doujinshi, read the manga. It's great. I love it. And I gotta say, like, the art style is great. It's consistent. It's got gags in the manga. It's got lewds in the doujin. It doesn't matter what you read. It's the same artist, and it comes from the heart and the dick. So yeah, that ends my recommended.
All right.
Who's next? Who's on the chopping block?
I'll go ahead.
All right.
So my watching here is Eve no Jikan, or Time of Eve, and this is specifically in light because of David Cage's new game came out, Detroit Become Human.
Oh God!
And it's complete trash. I've watched multiple playthroughs of it, and it's not a good series.
I hate. I mean,
it's David Cage in general, but it's about androids wanting to become human, as the title implies, and they've been treated badly, and they want to be treated like normal people and all this, but it's written awfully. It's completely terrible. If you want to watch something better about androids wanting to be treated like humans and be treated better and everything, watch Time of Eve. It's actually done way more subtly and way more casually than the fucking blatant shitty writing that is Detroit Become Human.
Chobits is better than
Chobits. It doesn't really go into that territory necessarily.
No, Chobits is kind of like.
But people do love their Persicons more than they do.
But it's different.
There's a difference.
It's not about Persicons wanting to become humans and everything and wanting to be treated like humans.
Oh, okay.
It's more like having a mobile phone that knows how to respond or act towards you. Like okay, this might be a little personal or a little too close to home, but like Cambridge Analytica, like it analyzes and like it knows how to act towards you, or you can customize it to you.
Right. And
so that's kind of like different. It's not like them becoming aware. Yeah,
Chobits is a bit different. It's a good series, but Eve no Jikan, or Time of Eve, it goes further into that whole, androids wanting to become human or be treated like humans and all this stuff, and does it way more subtly and better than David Cage could ever think to pull off, because he's a hack writer.
Set high to begin with.
It wasn't really, but yeah, he's a hack writer, so watch that instead of playing Detroit Become Human, because that's trash. Yeah. Anyways, my game series here is it's a different one. It's an indie game called To the Moon.
Oh yes.
You've heard of it or played of it?
I've heard of it. I want to buy it, and it is on Steam. But I have seen playthroughs of it, and it has touched my heart.
It actually touched my heart. I played it about 2 years ago now, I think. It's really short. Maybe
it came out a few years ago, 4 or 5 years ago.
Yeah, I played it about 2 years ago. It's like $10 on Steam.
RPG Maker game, right?
Yep, it is. But it's well done. There's not actually much gameplay. It's more so just a story. But it's almost like a visual novel essentially. Mm-hmm. But it's done really well. It'll hit you right in the feels so hard, and it's just this sad. I guess it's not all sad.
Well, you could tell the synopsis of it in the beginning because the main story of it is in the memories.
Yeah, exactly. It's about it starts off these. It's in the future. These scientists can actually go through and reconstruct memories for people, so they can relive their lives before they die, essentially.
Yeah,
and see their
That opens a lot of doors to like abuse.
It does,
or like corporate espionage.
Yeah, but it doesn't go into that. It goes more into like just
we want to put them at ease.
Exactly, it's like they want to see their most happy thoughts before they pass away because they're dying.
Yeah.
And this story goes through this particular, thing, and it starts as this guy's old age, and you go backwards through his life and see everything that happened in his life, from the oldest age to when he was younger. And it's actually done amazingly well. And it hit me right in the feels. I mean, you can beat it in like 6, maybe. I think it's probably 4 to 6 hours. It's really short. It's like $10 on Steam. It's amazing.
I cried.
It made me cry, yeah. It hit me right in the feels really
I never
hard.
played it, but I saw a playthrough of it. And it made the YouTuber cry, and it made me cry at the same time.
Yeah, the music is amazing. It's a great piano collection. I have the entirety of it. And the game is just, it's a big hit in the feels. It's really good. So, it's called To the Moon. I won't say anything else of it. It's short. If you want something in the feels, just go play it. You can finish it in a day.
It's pretty cheap to get.
Yeah.
So, yeah, you have no excuse.
If it's on sale, then you can get it for like $5.
Or literally less.
Yeah.
But, it's not. It's really worth the price. I think it's $10.
Yeah, it's $10 normally, I believe.
It's worth
it, honestly.
Yeah.
Just something I mentioned because I played it years ago and I remembered it, and I was like, man, that really did hit me because it was a great story.
One could even say the girl is the waifu.
Possibly.
Oh, okay. Not even you. All right.
I mean, well, I won't say anything, but yeah, go ahead, David.
Let's see. I would recommend the Fate Stay Night Heaven's Feel movie for people to watch, because if you like the Fate series in general, or if you just like the company that made UVW, it's like, go ahead, see it, you'll like it. Whether it be English or actually subbed or dubbed, whatever is your preference, go and see it, and it's not much to tell you. That's pretty much it for me.
Watching, playing, reading?
That's for watching, but playing, let's see.
Wait, actually, Sean, did you have a reading?
I didn't have a reading, so I haven't read anything in a little while, so I had no reading. It was just
those two?
Just game and a watching for me.
Alright, then David, up to you.
Yeah, like I recommended before, you could go ahead and read a Foreign Quest, Embers in the Dusk. It's a nice story, if you like 40K, and not only that, it's if you can be part of the community, you can talk with other people while you make decisions about how this story goes.
On the subject of community, I would like to interject and give props to the guy who, what was the Necron?
Yeah.
On the subject, what was it?
F you.
On the subject, whatever number, F you, whatever number.
Yeah.
And I gotta admit, I've never heard of anything like, oh yeah, we'll definitely get your relic, but you gotta put this form in, and we need to know your certain number and all this stuff, your age, all this stuff, and then Necron's reply I am of this tomb world. I have no age because I don't know anything about age, and now this stuff, yada yada yada, and
it's okay, so I'll just put it infinite.
Alright.
It's like, now I need to know about your mother and father.
Yeah, so he's basically fucking with them.
Yeah.
To stall for time, so that he could get them. I'm sorry, if that thing gets anywhere closer, you'll hear another firecracker.
Good going.
Yeah.
But yeah, it is great, and
there's other great stories that if you like that one, you should probably take a look at, and you will laugh your ass off.
I probably will. But
and
what else?
There's the Foreign Quest. There's an extra Primarch, which is basically you play as the 21st Primarch.
What about watching?
Like I told you, Fate Stay Night Heaven's Field, you should see the movie.
Is it in its entirety or just one of the parts?
Part 1.
Part 1, yeah.
Alright, part 1.
Part 2, and there's going to be 3 parts, so it's a while away.
Trilogy.
Yeah.
They originally thought about making it a one movie, but everyone said, no, you cannot cram this into this into one movie.
There's so much in Heaven's Feel.
You cannot fail like they did in the Unlimited Blade Works.
Yeah, Unlimited Blade Works was...
The first one, not the one that
Universal Studios.
Yeah.
Failed.
Yeah. No, they said, you at least make 3 movies, at least.
Mm-hmm.
And they say, okay, we'll make 3 movies. So.
Alright.
Basically, the sub version should be out. I should know because I have a copy of it. So you should go online and be able to see it.
I think I'll wait till all 3 are out, and then I'm gonna...
May I borrow that subversion so I can copy it?
I'll think about it.
Alright, anyways, alright.
Yeah,
we'll think about it.
I'm gonna wait till all 3 are out, and then I'm gonna watch them back to back.
Actually, we could make a review.
I suppose we could.
I could.
We'll
My
see.
review is excellent, good, masterpiece, wonderful.
Our
Captures the soul.
review will be subjective because we'll probably get together to watch it all together.
Alright, we'll watch it all together in the future sometime.
Alright. Unspecified, we'll get Santiago the Magical Unicorn, but we will figure that out.
Yeah,
He's gonna watch it.
It'll be in the future.
We're gonna hold him down. We're gonna tie him down. We're gonna take his cell phone away.
He'll like
Has
it.
he seen at least UBW?
Yes,
He has seen Unlimited Blade Works, the movie from.
He needs to see the anime because if he does not see the whole anime, it's going to cause problem, and you missed.
It's still alive, isn't it?
It's above your head.
Yeah, he's behind me. Anyways.
Yeah.
Sorry, we have mouse problems here.
Yeah, look, basically, if he doesn't see the whole thing, there's going to be a few things that he's going to be a little bit confused about.
However, he did watch the Unlimited Blade Works movie, and he loved it, which is surprising for me, because
he didn't know much, he was innocent.
He was pure and innocent, but he loved it. But anyways, your plank.
My what?
Your plank segment.
Oh, I thought you said plank.
Oh, well, I guess you could plank if you want.
Do you have any games that you recommend?
Like I said, I've only been playing a few games, and they're not exactly new, so I might have recommended them to people.
Any old ones?
Fair, yeah.
Go to Nintendo. I don't care.
Fine. How about GameCube? Legend of Zelda: Wind Waker. That's a popular game.
That is actually great.
Yeah, I always liked how you get it on a boat and just like sail anywhere. It was like one of the first open world maps games in general. Like something that like you see nowadays. It was also one of the most funnest games you were on a boat. Something that Assassin's Creed tried to do, but it was kind of a little bit iffy.
Yeah, Assassin's Creed. I'm sorry, Black Flag.
Yeah.
Right? Trash. I'm sorry.
Rogue trash.
You gotta decide whether you want to have a black second. What was it called? In Sailor Talk, it was called. I don't fucking know. You got a second in command, basically. So you got a black second in command, a female second in command, or someone else in second in command. It literally was that. Like, they could not decide which one, so they got all of them.
Yeah, it's like the second command did practically nothing.
Yeah, so like...
You were the one doing everything. Like, when you were attacking another ship, like, you were the one killing most of the people. The other guys, the people in your crew, were just, like, going around, like, it might as well have been a slap fight.
Well, story-wise, I didn't enjoy it because they couldn't decide on, like... I'd have been attached to the black second, or the female second, or the other second, but they kept changing it because every time he dived in, it was a different flavor. And, like, they're just trying to appease a different audience than its core audience.
Yeah,
but that's Black Flag, and it is a bad game.
If there was one good thing about it, it was the song, like, the Parting Glass.
Actually, I gotta agree with you there.
Yeah, that's a good song. That's apparently real, and it's, like, been from Ireland since, I don't know, the 1700s, maybe? You should look it up if you can. So that's pretty much from my recommended Legend of Zelda: Wind Waker.
Alright, so let's get to tags.
Alright, so I gotta say, I'll start with tags, and it's a really iffy one.
It's not iffy, it's good.
Yeah, it is a very iffy one, but
it starts with an S,
and it ends with the
con.
N, or con. So I'm gonna talk about Shotokan. So the dictionary definition, as told by Exhentai Wiki, underage boys in sexual situations or being nude, not to be confused with young men in general, should have underdeveloped bodies. No, only appearance should be taken into account when tagging this. It's required to have for the low Shotokan tag. What the fuck is power requirement? 12. Oh, is that the age?
Probably.
Alright, probably. Anyways. Japanese, whatever. Slave tags. No. Alright. So basically, it's a young man.
It's a young boy.
Young boy. And I gotta say, the only reason I'm bringing this up is because I don't like young boys. But I like what this next bit is coming up with. And it is the great and lovable Ida Pochi's Anenarumono, an elder sister like, and that is because he does a great art style. Like, yeah, the young guy may be a wee lad, but it's all about that sister. And like, if anything, she's life material. I'm surprised I didn't put her in there, but it is different. She hasn't been developed yet,
right?
And she isn't even human.
Yeah. It's good.
It's great.
NESS is good. Straight Shota.
Yeah.
Look it up yourself, but it's good.
I love Ida Pochi right now. Like, I've seen his work before. I mean, especially for Dagashi Kashi.
Yeah, he does a lot of Dagashi Kashi stuff, and then he does this series.
I gotta say, though, that ring pop, like, marital confession thing broke me. Like, I loved it so much. Like, you gotta have a real candy lover to give a ring pop to a girl, and she fucking tears her heart out.
Yeah.
Anyways, yeah, Ida Pochi is a really great artist, and I recommend him. And definitely look up Anenarumono, right?
Yep.
Or an elder sister like one.
Right.
So yeah, I definitely recommend it.
All right, let me get in mine here. So I'm just gonna go with a nice vanilla one here. Tomboys.
Yeah.
Love tomboys.
I am a fan of tomboys.
And so the actual, dictionary definition here: a girl who dresses, acts, and speaks in a boyish manner, but not to hide her gender. Usually wearing t-shirts and shorts.
Or pants.
Yeah, may coexist with cross-dressing, but only if the girl is actually trying to conceal her gender.
Yeah.
Basically,
it's just like a girl that you can like sometimes count as like one of the guys.
Exactly.
Like you can do some of the guy things with her, and she'd be totally cool with it.
I mentioned cross-dressing, but it was just because it was, I guess, gender neutral.
That's usually gender neutral-ish stuff, yeah.
But I did recommend one that was like, it's a girl, but like girls flock to her because she looks very not masculine, she looks very boyishly cute, but she looks flat-chested and all that stuff.
And now there's a lot of tomboy stuff, and it's usually vanilla stuff. It's good. You can usually find it with hot pants. You can usually find it with tan girls, sports girls, which is some good shit right there.
Good shit.
You got Makoto from Idolmaster, good tomboy right there. You've got the artist Satuyo, did a good one. Just look that up. I won't mention anything else about Satuyo, but has a good tomboy story. But tomboy's good shit. Nice. I like me some short-haired girls usually, and that's usually what they are. Some good, cute short-haired girls, tan, fit, whatever.
Alright.
David, do you have any tags you want to mention?
Stop me if you heard this one before. How about maids?
No, we haven't actually.
All right.
I believe we haven't.
No, not yet.
Yeah.
Go on with maids.
Yeah.
The dragon ones or something else?
No, I mean just maids in general.
So everything.
Yeah, basically like maids, like the whole
Maid.
basically originally like how they were like dressed up as servants for like rich wealthy people. They have the whole uniform, like a professional attitude. It's like caring and all that. But eventually it became a line of just like that whole master/servant relationship that can either
develop into something
more, yes,
pure or something dark.
Yes. And hold on, he sees
I'm sorry, there's a moth. There is a moth, but it is far.
Don't worry about the moth.
Yeah, don't worry about the moth. Yeah, go on.
So yeah, like a maid relationship can develop something pure or something darker.
My beer.
So, like, there's a lot of people that kind of like that because it opens up so many doors to so many things.
Thank you.
Right.
Alright, and so the last bit we have here, any rants that anyone has?
Anyone rant?
Anyone got shit to talk?
I'll save myself I will be last.
How about you, Sean?
Okay, I've got one little thing here. Now this is old. This is like early 2000s old, but it just came to my mind recently because I was listening to the song for the opening of the show. Pilot Candidate, or Candidate for Goddess, as it was called, was a show that was on Toonami ages ago. And this show got axed in the middle of some of the juiciest content it had back when it was on Toonami. There was no reason that you can find on it. Again, it was even during the early times of the internet.
Miss Queen.
So, you can't find much about it, but it was probably, in my opinion, going to be one of the best mech shows that's ever existed.
What's the anime called again?
Pilot Candidate or Candidate for Goddess, and I still think it would have probably been one of the best mech shows to ever exist, but it got axed halfway through, maybe even not even halfway, maybe even early through.
One of these?
That's all of it, yeah. And it was on Toonami, and I remember watching every single episode every week, and the show got axed halfway through, and made me real fucking salty because I was so hyped to see what was going to happen in it, and they never got to develop it, and it was an amazing mech show.
Alright.
Just salty about it.
Years later.
10 years later at least.
I've never watched it.
Actually, that was like 15 years later.
Yeah,
but
I've never watched it, so it must have been really early or really late.
That was like probably 2002, 2003.
Do you remember what time slot?
Probably early.
Yeah, it was probably like 4:30, 5 o'clock-ish, I think, on Toonami. Something like that. It was pretty early, but man, I'm still pissed.
Alright, now let me check. David, you have no rant at all.
I can't think of anything to rant about.
Whatsoever.
I could talk about how I dislike certain tropes that seem to be coming up with certain characters.
Give me 2 minutes of it.
Fine, go ahead and talk.
I mean, give me 2 minutes of your tropes.
I don't know.
I guess if you don't want to say anything, alright.
No, I
Go
just...
for it.
Like, the only thing I don't like is, like, a very abusive tsunderes.
That is pretty solid, and it sums up everything.
Alright. Just go for it, Edwin.
So there's a network called Cartoon Network.
Huh? There is?
And they have been good, and they have been bad. But recently they have been bad.
Not surprised. It's kind of, there's a reason why they're known as Crappy Network nowadays.
Yeah, and I remember as a young wee lad, and by wee lad, probably late 5th or 6th grade to high school, senior year, every 6 o'clock they would have Voltron, 6:30 they would have Thundercats.
Amazing.
And
amazing that they put that show back on reruns so many times.
The old school Thundercats.
That's what I just said.
There is also a new one
Yes.
that came out before this one that's going to come out next year. But the new one definitely has potential to continue. But they axed it. And right now what's coming out is the Steven Universe knockoff called Thundercats Roar. I absolutely hate it.
Me too.
It's basically simple generic art style. Mind you,
I can actually show you. I can show you 4 other shows that have the exact same art style, point for point, line for line. It's disgusting.
Now, to defend the Steven Universe is its own beast. It's its own thing because they made their own universe. They're not knocking off anything else. They're not following anything else. It's their own IP. Yeah. They did their own unique thing.
So you have to give them credit for that.
I give them credit for that.
Sure.
It may not be my thing, but I'm not going to rag on it.
Right.
It's just, I'm not going to watch it. Thundercats Roar, you went too far. You absolutely went too far. And I hate it. I hate the idea. I hate the creator who made it. My fucking god. What did you fucking do? What was wrong with the 20... I don't even know what year it came out, but the recent high-quality-esque Thundercats animation. It was great. I liked it. It could have had a season 2. It could have had a season 5. But they axed it. Why? Because they wanted the simplistic art style. Like, the original Thundercats had a very simple premise. The Beastmen people called Sundarans lost their home planet. And they're trying to run away from these bad guys. And in the first episode, you'd know shit was real because people died in their spaceships. Oh no, these defensive spaceships, what are we going to do? We're going to destroy them. Alright, so the Sundarans are basically... I guess it's hinted more or less that maybe there's others, but the ones that we follow are Lionel and their group, basically. So they're the only known survivors. My gosh. I liked it. Plus, the art style had so much going for it, and it was good. It was amazing. It was a really great art style. But you get this Steven Universe-esque knockoff trash. Mind you, I respect Steven Universe.
Or Adventure Time. Adventure Time actually has the exact same art style.
No, nay. Adventure Time has a different art style. It's a unique thing. Adventure Time.
No, actually, it has line for line. People put it line for line.
You mean, right?
No, I mean actually like traced. But go ahead.
I don't know. I feel like
I can show you.
a different thing.
I'll show you later, but
I feel it's simple, but it's different because it's more or less more like Rick and Morty thing.
Fair enough.
Little simple stuff.
Yeah, Rick and Morty. It's actually same exact from Rick and Morty.
Yeah, but I mean, I don't like where it's going. And Cartoon Network, you're destroying something I loved and cared for, and bastardizing it. So fuck you all. So next one is, I guess, something else to close it off. Anita Sarkeesian. If you know her from Tropes vs. Women, or what other crap has she made? She's done a lot of crap.
Don't give her any credit for anything.
I'm not, but basically, Anita Sarkeesian is a fake among fakes. She thinks video games have a bunch of problems against women. Maybe there is, maybe there isn't, but it doesn't seem so bad for women in video games. But she wants to make it a big problem. So fine, alright. She wants to make it a problem, alright. She better make a good argument for it. But right now, as of late, she seems so irrelevant, and she's trying to gain her place back into it.
Yeah, her and Zoe Quinn both do that all the time. Once they start to lose relevance, they try to bring themselves back in the limelight.
And like,
it's embarrassing.
It is.
It's disgusting.
Like their latest video, I didn't watch it, but I came across it. Across a video talking about it, and it totally disgusted me because we aren't that way. Like, we're not in the 1960s where we totally disgrace on other people. Yes, there are some. No, I'm not going to say there's not racism in the world, but there's a lot of stuff in place, and we have been taught a lot to more or less respect people on the judgment of their character. And that's what I hold on to, believe in. And that is what I try to more or less express out in the podcast. I absolutely don't like whatever propaganda she's spouting, because it is fake. I don't like it, and it
is propaganda shit. It's disgusting.
It's disgusting. I hate it. It's like she's just perpetuating this idea of victim mentality. I don't like it, and I absolutely hate it. And she's just totally irrelevant right now, and she's trying to continue it. Like right now, I believe she has this whole like Indiegogo thing for like, or she has like this like, what's the other like you put money for?
Yeah, Indiegogo.
Like, Indiegogo. All right, Indiegogo.
Her original one, she did a Kickstarter. She did a Kickstarter years ago. Got $220 something thousand, something like that. When she pledged for like $10,000 for her series
Tropes
vs. Women. She didn't come out with the videos until like 3 years later, and she didn't even come out with all of them. But anyways.
Alright, but no, what I don't like about it is, she's just, what I know about her Kickstarter is she's doing this fucking like Discord server thing. So she's trying to get a Kickstarter for a Discord server.
Oh yeah, when they're free.
Yeah, they're fucking free. Like,
I've made a Discord server for $0.
I have a Discord server. Held my Dungeon Master for Vampire the Masquerade has a free Discord server. So
why am I not in it?
Are you a vampire or are you a fucking furry?
I am. I have Vampire the Masquerade Bloodlines.
Not the video game.
I know the original game, the board game.
Tabletop?
Yeah. Fuck you if you're not putting me in.
I hate you. We'll talk about it. All right, we'll talk about it. Maybe I can get you in.
I hate you.
We'll get you in. Maybe. We'll see. But, I don't like where she's going with this. I absolutely hate her, and she should just disappear. She should either take a rocket and go to the sun, or she should just be irrelevant. And mind you, the first one is not an attack on her. It's just a wishful thinking thing.
It's just her feigning bullshit that doesn't exist.
Yes.
Essentially.
So, yeah, I absolutely hate it, and that's basically everything I have on it. Oh yeah, Bungie, please go to somewhere great. Please be the Halo I always wanted.
They won't
be great.
They won't become great again. So let's call it in. Let's
call it in. Let's
tie it
in. So yeah,
the last thing for the night.
Thank you guys for joining the Dirty Casual Corner for episode 15. Our next podcast will be covering E3, and when is it again?
So E3 is actually this coming week, so it's already started now, and you'll see it coming Monday through Friday next week here.
Yeah, but we will be covering it more or less around.
Yeah, we'll mention.
I'm going to cover it if we're not able to go there.
We're going to see everything that's announced.
Yeah, I won't.
Our next episode will be the 23rd. I mean, you'll definitely be able to watch it on YouTube.
Yeah, you'll watch it on Twitch, YouTube.
Whatever
you'll see
you
news
want.
articles.
23rd of July. That means we have other things to talk about as well.
Oh yeah.
Yes, we will. But I mean,
E3 will be our main topic, so
Yeah,
because there's going to be a lot, I'm sure.
Yeah, definitely. I am excited for it, just for Nintendo. But maybe I'll be surprised.
We'll see. But anyways, that's it for us, guys.
Alright,
So,
thank you guys very much for tuning in. And yeah, you guys have fun, stay safe, and keep away from Cinder Cats Go and Anita Sarcadia. Anyway, that's it.
all right, take
See you
care.
later.
Take care.
Bye.